This is the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAT.
Gold heading back to Lawrence County.
Your home for the County of Champions.
Settles under it. The senior makes the catch. Perfection. Neshannock, again, are your Class 2A state champions.
Force out the third, and that will do it. Mohawk is your 3A softball champions.
Buzzer's going to sound. Union repeats as the Class 1A Wpial champions.
The top local athletes and the top sports moments all featured here, live or archived at lcsportsnet.com.
The sideline getting by one defender, and he's going to go all the way. By Harrison. Harrison on the ground finds Blundo. Blundo rolls it in, up and good for two.
Shallow right field, giving a run, a sliding catch made.
Down to 6 on the play clock. Here's the snap in the hole. The kick is up. The kick is long enough. It is good.
That's a fly ball deep right field. Get out of here.
Hope running for his life. Throws it up for grabs. There's a man open.
Touchdown.
No way!
Away from him, right back to Stanley from the seat of his pants, and he throws it off the window and in.
Featuring over 100 broadcasts of county events in over a dozen sports. Your voice for Lawrence County sports.
The gold ball headed home to Newcastle.
This is the Lawrence County SportsNet.
Tonight from Bob Legge Stadium, it's week 2 of the high school football season, game number 3. It's actually game number 2 for Ellwood City tonight, but we have Neshannock and Ellwood City here tonight from Legge Stadium. Eric Thomas and Tim Continenz with you. Tonight's game at lcsportsnet.com is brought to you by Maley Chiropractic, MVP Insurance, Newcastle Transit Authority, the Penn Ohio Bottled Water, the Red Zone, Madure Bonner Law, Gem Builders, Pontius Insurance, Works in Progress, Joseph's Marketplace, the City Rescue Mission, Something for Your Wall Photography, the Tri-County Principals Association, and the Lawrence County Community Action Partnership. Well, the big story here tonight is going to be the weather, because there is a line of it coming into the area. It's overcast here right now, 71 degrees, very humid. But Tim Continenza, we're going to see Ellwood City for the first time in 2 weeks. Obviously, they did not play last week because their game with Shenango was canceled due to the situation at Shenango High School. Week 1, not a great performance for this Ellwood City team. Had to go to overtime to beat Laurel. Meanwhile, their opponent tonight, Neshannock, has just been throwing points up and yards right and left. How do you see this one tonight?
Well, obviously, Ellwood City's going to be looking for that senior leadership that they have. I mean, they have Chris Smiley, they got Elijah Palmer McCain, Luciano Gagrich. You're going to see a lot of those guys, handle the ball here tonight. And then, of course, the receiving core. But in that offensive line, it's really going to be really key for them. Can that offensive line handle that defensive front that the Lancers have? And can they give Palmer McCain opportunities to control the game? Ellwood City likes to control the game, and then shorten the game, run the ball, and then use the pass in Smiley with opportunities, and try to give him opportunities to make big plays, and that's going to be key. And obviously the Lancers, big plays are a huge part of their offense.
There is, by the way, we might as well just get the weather out of the way for you now. There is a severe thunderstorm warning in effect until 6:45. This is for northern Beaver and south central Lawrence County. So right around the area where we are, there is a line of storms out to our west coming from the Youngstown area in. It's sort of moving upward across the region, so we'll keep our eye on it again tonight. And according to the Weather Service, there's potential, now this is potential, for 70-mile-an-hour gusts tonight and half-dollar size hail. So just if you're thinking about coming out here tonight, just be aware of that. If you're watching us, thanks for tuning in. Obviously, we might be in it for the long haul here tonight, depending on what the weather brings to us here over the next 45 minutes or so. We will take a timeout. When we come back, we will talk to both head coaches. We'll give you our keys to the game. We'll talk about this one a little further. It's Ellwood City and Neshannock coming your way next on the Lawrence County Sports Network, powered by LCAT.
Just like going to the doctor, our homes need a checkup too. If your home is not properly weatherized, you could be at risk for symptoms that cause unhealthy ailments and higher utility bills. The Weatherization Assistance Program is the key to reducing utility costs and increasing comfort in your home. Services include an in-home energy audit to inspect your furnace and hot water tank, check for air sealing around windows and doors, and ensure adequate insulation and ventilation. Learn more at lcap.org or call the Department of Healthy Homes to get your checkup today.
For 20 years, Melee Chiropractic has treated athletes of all ages to help them get safely back to the top of their game. Melee Chiropractic has 3 full-time doctors in their office, and all 3 are former area athletes who have had to battle injuries throughout their careers. They want to help you get safely back on your feet. But more importantly, help stop the injuries before they happen. Prehab before you rehab. Attention all high school student athletes. During your sports season, a $30 visit to the Melee Chiropractic office includes an adjustment and/or all therapy is necessary. From the athletes of tomorrow to the weekend warriors and everything in between. Let Melee Chiropractic keep you in the game. Nominations are now being accepted for the LCAP Team of the Month and the LGKG Male and Female Athlete of the Month. Log on to LC Sports. Looking for a unique way to expand your business? Advertise on the Lawrence County SportsNet and be seen by thousands of viewers in the area and around the country on over 100 broadcasts each year. Visit lcsportsnet.com and click Advertise with LCSN.
Back here at Bledgy Stadium, there's a good look at the Ellwood City Marching Band who made the trip here tonight. Good crowd over on the Ellwood side. They've got that section just about full, and there are people still filing in here tonight for what should be a pretty good game between Neshannock and Ellwood City. The last 5 meetings between these two teams with Ellwood City and Neshannock. Neshannock's averaged 46 points a game. They've shut them out twice. They've run the ball for 234 yards a pop, and they've outscored Ellwood City 229-49. This feels like a game that, yeah, okay, we know everybody has to win every game every week, but this feels like the kind of game that Ellwood City really needs to win tonight to kind of cement themselves along with the expectations that everybody has talked about this team in the preseason.
Yeah, I mean, this is a senior-laden team, and when you look at what they bring to the table, they got an offensive line that has 4 seniors. They got 2 seniors in the receiving corps. They got 3 seniors in the backfield. It's going to be important for them to perform to the highest level. Turnovers are going to be key. Can they eliminate any type of turnover? Can they, offensive line, control the scrimmage enough where they can get 3-4 yards of carry and then continue on? 3-4 yards of carry, continue on. And then use Smiley. Smiley has the ability to make some big plays, and we've seen that in the past. He's not afraid to throw it in there, so it's going to be key. But you're right. This is a game that I want to say make or break their season, but it'll definitely be a huge positive. They can come out with a road victory here in Neshannock.
You have seen Ellwood City now the first 2 weeks of the season. Neshannock the first 2 weeks of the season. What's been your assessment of this team? We've talked a little bit over the last 2 weeks about defensively, but you know, it's all about their chunk plays. It's all about scoring. It's all about, can you stop them? Can you go point for point with them? At what point, and is tonight the kind of game where we maybe see the Ellwood City rushing attack obviously is going to be a focal point? Do we see the Neshannock defense kind of rise to the occasion and say, hey, we're here too? What do they have to do to get involved in the mix here and maybe give this team a little bit more confidence than what they already have?
They have a big front seven. They have to use it, and they have to be successful with it, meaning on first and second downs. And that's going to be really key. That's where they've really had difficult defensively, is that they've given up, you know, first and second round downs where they've given up yardage and even given up first downs on those plays and let their opponent continue drives. I think it's really key for them is to be able to hold them down and put Ellwood City in third and long scenarios. And when you look at what you were talking about in the big chunks, that's Neshannock football this year. I mean, obviously you have a very veteran team. You know, you got Gino Mazzocco at quarterback. Last week, 4 touchdowns on the ground, threw for 1. Just really phenomenal effort. The week before, it was Don Cabellas all over the field, special teams, defense, offense, doing the job. So they have a lot of things. And the key there is really for them, prevent any turnovers and giving Ellwood City short fields to play on. And that's really been something they have to clean up. They did in the second week. They have to continue that going forward.
You rewind to last season, and Ellwood City was a pretty good team. Offensively, they were great. Defensively, they had problems stopping teams last year. And you think about the Western Beaver game last year, in which Western Beaver scored 6 times, and those 6 scoring drives lasted less than a total of 7 minutes.
Right.
And then you look at what Neshannock has done. They had 480 yards on just 40 plays, Western Beaver, in that game last year. That's 12 yards a play. And then you go back to now what Neshannock's done this year, 8 plays this season that have covered at least 20 yards. Yeah, so it's chunk play central for this Neshannock offense.
And it's going to be huge. That's why I'm saying that front 7 for Ellwood City is going to be so important for them to be able to get to the quarterback, contain the quarterback, because we've seen what Gino can do when he gets out in the open. And then you look at, they have Anthony Akins. I mean, let's be honest. We've seen him just be that power back where he gets 3, 4, 5 yards a carry, and then sooner or later he gets the edge, and he gets that 30, 40, 50-yard run. And those are the big plays that you're talking about. That's what they've been really successful over the last few years, and that's what they're going to continue to look to do if you're Neshannock. But, yeah, preventing the big play is going to be a big part of tonight's game if you're Ellwood City. And obviously turnovers. I think defensively they're going to have to get some turnovers and get some short field and take advantage of their rushing game behind Palmer McCain.
This Ellwood City offense last year eclipsed 300 yards 6 times, all 6 times because of the rushing attack. They were 5-1 in those games a season ago, so keep your eye on that tonight. Obviously, we have talked at length, and we did in our opening game this season with Ellwood City and Laurel about Chris Smiley wanting to be more involved in the offense, make plays later in drives, not to be one-dimensional. There's been games in this series in recent history, and Neshannock has controlled the entire series. They won 11 of the last 12 meetings that they've played. A couple of years ago, Palmer McCain, I think it was last year, 200 and some yards rushing, and they were not even in the game. I mean, they were not, and this is a better Neshannock offense. They have got to figure out a way, Ellwood City, at least how we see it, they've got to figure out a way to get this receiving core involved. They've got to figure out a way to get Chris Smiley in a rhythm and balance out their offense a little bit more if they're going to be successful, not just here tonight, but later on in the season, too.
This is going to be a huge challenge here tonight. On the road against a team that, I think defensively going into this game, if you're looking offense on Ellwood City, you got to think that they can do some things here. Either it's end arounds, you got some big targets. You got, Gavin Partridge, who's 6 foot. You got Josh Gilchrist, who's 6'4". You got some big targets out here. And then you got, Dom Hugg, 5'11". You got to use these guys. Find ways to get the ball in one-on-one situations to them and see if they can add on after the catch. I think it's going to be really important for them. And then use Palmer McCain, as you always have, in a sense, to be your foundation of your offense.
One other thing to consider here tonight, the last 10 seasons right here at Bledgie Stadium, Neshannock 41-9 in home games. That is a remarkable run for this program. And Freddie Mazzacco, we've also talked about when he took the job here, why would you want to take it? I mean, he left this team in extremely good shape for his predecessor to come in and just do what he's been doing here the first couple weeks.
Yeah, Coach Bonjavengo is pretty privileged to be in this situation when he took over. And this is his team now. I mean, I've always believed when you take over a team, the day you take over, that becomes your team. You inherit players, yes, but that's just the way it is. It's your system. It's your players. It's your coaching staff. It's what you choose to be, how you choose to be prepared for each game gives you the opportunity to win. And so far in 2 games, Coach Bonjavengo has risen to the occasion, both at home here in Neshannock and on the road last week in Union.
We await the Lancers to take the field. They've got that tunnel set up to our right. The marching band is set to come out on the field and get their pregame festivities underway. We're going to take a timeout. When we come back, we will hear from the coaches. That'll be next on our pregame show as we continue on here from Bledgie Stadium, getting you set for Ellwood City and Neshannock. It'll come your way in mere moments here in the Lawrence County Sports Network, powered by LCAP.
When the high school season heats up, make sure you have the best gear to support your school. Head to the Red Zone on Wilmington Road in Neshannock for all your county sporting apparel needs. From sporting goods to custom apparel to embroidery and more, the Red Zone has it all. quality gear for all 8 schools in the County of Champions. Stop by and enter the Red Zone or visit them online at theredzonesports.com. Score big at the Red Zone.
Contractors, the Department of Healthy Homes needs you. From small to large residential projects, you can help families live safer and healthier with the quality work you do. It's rewarding in more ways than one. Call LCAP's Department of Healthy Homes today.
And we're back here at Bledgey Stadium. Eric Thomas and Tim Continenza with you on the pregame show. We will hear from both head coaches here in a couple of moments. Tonight's pregame interviews are brought to you by Axe. Axe, our Lawrence County door-to-door transportation service, is here to get you there, whether it's trips around Lawrence County or into neighboring counties. Axe takes passengers to work, play, medical appointments, and just about any reason they want to travel. That is Axe. Big thank you to them for sponsoring our pregame interviews here this season on the Lawrence County Sports Network. It's been a pleasure to talk to these guys here in the early part of the season. It's going to get a little bit more tense as the season goes on, but this is a big one here tonight between these two sides. And we did talk to both. Tim had a chance to go down in the field and talk to both head coaches here prior to kickoff tonight. So let's get into those pregame interviews here on our pregame show.
It's my opportunity talking to Coach Bradley from Ellwood City. And Coach, just take a moment and talk about starting your season 1-0, and then we'll talk about last week.
Yeah, I mean, it's always good to get off on the right foot. I had a very good game, both sides of the ball for us. A well-played game by both teams against Laurel first week, and came out in overtime with a win. Probably we've done a couple things better to get out earlier, but didn't work out that way.
Talk about last week. Obviously, the tragedy happened and the game was canceled. How do you handle as a coaching staff, and how do the players handle it? Obviously, you work all week to get to the point to play, and then you find out close to game time that it's not going to happen.
Well, first of all, very tragic, and our thoughts and prayers have gone out to Jimmy and his family and the Neshannock community, and we wish all of them the best. As far as the game goes, no brainer. Whatever wanted to happen was going to happen.
For us as a team coming back this week,
See how it goes. It either plays in your favor or it doesn't. I guess we'll find out in a couple hours.
Talk about your offense. Let's talk about that first. Talk about the guys up front, what they do. Obviously, they're a big part of any offense, and Palmer McCain has that's important for him to be able to find the holes.
Yeah, they're a good group, veteran group. Most of them are 3-year starters, and they do a good job run blocking and getting better in the pass pro. But definitely it's where it all starts for any team up front, being able to run the ball and stop the run and progress from there.
Talk about the development of Smiley at quarterback.
He's done a much better job. Some of it's on him and some of it's on the people around him. When you're a sophomore and you're throwing the other sophomores, things are going to be so good. But as he's grown, we've grown, and we've all come a long way.
What are some of the keys for Neshannock tonight?
Well, first of all, we have to not give up the big play. They've got big play people at the quarterback position, the running back position, wide receiver position. So that'll be a challenge for us. Offensively, we've got to not turn the ball over and sustain first downs.
Coach, best of luck today against Neshannock.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
That's Coach Bradley, and we'll be back right after this.
Hey, Mom, do you need a ride to the store today?
Oh, no thanks, hon. I got it covered. Mike's taking me.
Okay, well, you have a doctor's appointment tomorrow, right? I can take you to that.
No, I got it covered too. Mike's taking me.
Mike?
Yes, Mike's my Axe driver. Picks me up right at my door and even helps carry my groceries. It's so convenient to schedule and ride with Axe. Wish I would have called him sooner.
Okay, Mom. Sounds like you got it covered.
I have an apple pie ready to eat. How about you help me with that?
And back here on our pregame show, Eric Thomas and Tim Continenza with you. That was Dan Bradley that we heard from moments ago. Let's get into it with Michael Bongiamino now from Neshannock here in our pregame show.
Welcome back to our pregame show and our opportunity to talk to Neshannock's head coach, Coach Bongiamino. And Coach, 2-0, big win last week on the road in Union. Take a moment, just talk about that game, and then we'll get into tonight.
We showed a little more resiliency last week. Our guys came out, first half, battled a really good battle with a great Union football team. I was really happy how our guys decided to buckle down, come the second half, and play our brand of football. So it was exciting to see that. Our big push is, play 4 quarters now, right? We got to play 4 quarters and be a better football team all the way around. So really happy that we were able to come out with a victory against a really good Union team. Now on to the next one here. So, we're excited for this opportunity tonight as well.
I've had the opportunity to see both previous games, and one thing we talked about was turnovers in the first game, and you had the more success eliminating that process in the second game. Obviously, a continued thing that you want to build on throughout the season.
Yeah, absolutely. Turnovers kill a football team, especially us offensively. We want to play with that tempo, so we got to make sure we take care of the football. Can't put it on the deck and give the other team's offense an opportunity to put it in the end zone on a short field. Putting our defense in some bad situations with turnovers. So, once again, a big focus going into this game is don't turn it over. We've got an explosive offense. Can't have any turnovers here as well and give them opportunities to score. So, we got to take care of the football and do what we do.
Let's talk about your offense. Obviously, big plays have been a big part of the first 2 weeks. You don't necessarily design big plays, but you look forward to them, opportunities. Just talk about when you get them opportunities and taking advantage of them.
Our guys know that we do like the big play. That was big emphasis of mine. When we got an opportunity to make a big play, let's make it. And all these guys out here on our offensive side of the ball, we've seen a few guys week in and week out, but they never know who it's going to be. So everybody knows that their number could be called at any moment in the game. So, it's nice to get those big plays, don't get me wrong. But we got to just take what the defense gives us, and if it's a big play opportunity, great, let's take it, make that thing happen. So that's what we're trying to do out here.
Let's talk about your running game and Anthony Akins. Obviously, it works been like last week, a big game in the first game. Obviously, your offensive line controls a lot of that. Let's just talk about the rushing game and how important it is for Neshannock.
Neshannock's been known for a great rushing game. So Anthony's done a great job of learning what we need him to do. He's seen a lot in film these past couple weeks where he could get a little bit better. So we're excited for him to come out here and hopefully showcase what he could do running the football. Gino as well, Justin Edworthy, another guy that we're going to ask to run the football. So hopefully those guys, see what we see and make some big plays out of it. But if not, at the end of the day, we always tell them get 4. 4 helps you out. Eventually you'll bust that 40-yarder, but be patient and it'll come to you. So hopefully that's what we do tonight. But those big guys up front got to get working. So
let's talk about Ellwood City coming in tonight 1-0. Obviously they defeated Laurel in week 1. Last week at the bye, let's call it, under the circumstances. Talk about what you see from them and what some of the things you see key for Neshannock tonight.
Ellwood's a great football team. Last year, we were going into them last week of the season. We knew they had a really good football team. They reloaded, brought everybody back for the most part. So we got to make sure we take care of the football, take what the defense gives us. Defensively, we got to definitely, key our assignments, do our job. Last week, we didn't do our job in the first half, and we paid for it. So we got to get them off the field. We can't give them long drives and have our quarterback sitting on the sideline. So, we're really focused in on the game plan. We really hit the X's and O's hard this week. So we're hoping our guys bought into that. And, we're really going to be able to come out here and execute tonight. Great test, another great Ellwood team, a lot of seniors, a lot of good football players on that side. So we're excited for the opportunity to compete against them tonight here at Neshannock. So
let's talk about the potential weather changing here tonight. There's a lot of rumors, or we look outside, it's nice right now. Coach Bradley said it's going to stay nice when he's on the field. It always does. So we got that going for us. Just talk about the potential of the weather changing and how that affects your team.
Coach Bradley, I talked to him in the hallway actually before the game. He said it's not going to rain, so I trust Coach Bradley. You know what I mean? But if it comes, we just got to stay patient. We got to stay humble. We got to stay focused on our task at hand. Whether it's a delay or not, whatever happens, it is what it is. That's something we can't control. We always tell our guys, control the controllable. So, don't let this stuff affect you that way. Just control what you can control, and when you get in between them white lines, that's what you could do. So, that's what our guys got to stay focused on if there is a weather, whatever happens. But like I said, I trust Coach Bradley. Told me it ain't going to rain, so it ain't going to rain.
Coach, best of luck tonight against Ellwood City.
Yes, thank you guys for everything you do. Appreciate it.
That's Coach Bonjavango, and we'll be back right after this.
When it comes to shopping for insurance, there are thousands of options out there. MVP Insurance proactively shops and compares your policies to find the best coverage and rate. Josh Madure and David Verratti want to provide you with the level of personalized service that you know that you are the MVP of their agency. They simplify insurance so you can live stress-free. Visit one of their locations in Xenia-Leopold or in New Springfield, Ohio. Call MVP for the win. Proud sponsor of the MVP of the game on the Lawrence County SportsNet.
And we're back here at Bledgy Stadium. Eric Thomas and Tim Continenza with you here as Neshannock is about to take the field here tonight. Ellwood City just did so a moment ago. Let's take a look at our keys to the game tonight. Keys to the game brought to you by Works in Progress Paint Services. Call Joe Wright at 724-714-4294 to discuss your next painting project. Well, for Neshannock, they were excellent last week on third down. 6 of 8 in that game. A lot of that starts up front with Gino Mazzacco, a lot of it up front with the offensive line, but Gino Mazzacco, a quarterback, their offense is just able to move the ball whenever they feel like they want to, but 6 of 8 on third down against a powerhouse like Union, that is not shabby at all.
No, he was just on fire. One of his best games I think he's had in his short career here at Neshannock, and he's done a great job. We've seen him develop last year. We're seeing him develop more this year, and he's not afraid to tuck and run, and he's not afraid to pull up and throw the ball.
And one of the guys that we'll talk about a lot, you saw him just peek out of the tunnel there a moment ago, Brady Montgomery. He has been able to find some open area on the field, in the middle of the field. He's become a good asset for Mazzacco to throw the ball to. For Ellwood City, we talked about it briefly in our opening segment. Chris Smiley in the passing game, how much has he improved from week 0 against Neshannock in 2022? He was 10 of 16 passing. They're going to need that kind of effort tonight, assuming that this gets into like the high-scoring type of game that we think it might. They're going to need him to be very sharp tonight. The bend but don't break defense, Neshannock's big play offense, we talked about that. 46 points a game the last 5 games against Ellwood City. And EPM, no, not the guy carrying the football for Ellwood City, not Elijah Palmer McCain, but every possession matters tonight for Ellwood City. They are going to have to try to score on almost every possession. I know we've talked this offense and back and forth and everything like that, and a lot of times those games have a tendency to be lower scoring. They're going to have to put points on the board tonight, Ellwood City, and that goes without saying if they want to win this game.
There's no question. That is the most important thing they can do is be prepared to take advantage of every opportunity. If they have to go 80 yards in 15 plays, that's what they have to do. If they have to go 30 yards on a turnover and cash it in within 5 plays, that's what they have to do. Like you said, every opportunity they have the ball, they got to think the bottom line is how do we get the ball to the end zone and how do we score?
Time now to take a look at tonight's starting lineups. They're brought to you by the Crane Room Grill. Grab a seat at the bar in the dining room or a loft. Plenty of room at the Crane Room. 724-656-1553 for takeout. Tonight's a perfect night for takeout. You can grab that. You can watch us on your big screen at home. For Ellwood City, the offensive line tonight, we expect it to be the same. Singer, Twiddell, McClymans, Lutz got the start in the first game. Davis Drake was also one of the guys that we thought we might see at right guard, so we'll keep an eye on that situation. And then Reynolds at the other right tackle spot. Of course, you know Chris Smiley. You know Elijah Palmer McCain. Dom Hogue, Caden Daccio among the receivers, along with Declan Gray. Gavin Partridge had a pretty good game in the week 1 or week 0 game against Laurel. And then we also expect to see Luciano Gagrick get a couple of carries tonight on offense as well. They did not work tight ends in against Laurel at all. It was all exclusively throw to wide receivers. Daccio's a good target. They've got a couple of good tight ends, and they may need them to block tonight, but it might not be a bad game to get the tight ends working.
And that's one of the things you could do, like an end around type scenario, or like you said, just maybe a down and out type scenario where you would think that you're going to run the ball and just try to get them out into the flats and pick up a 3 or 4 yard pass and turn it upfield and see if you can add on to a big play.
For Neshannock's defense, we know the guys up front. Tony Parada has had a pretty good season himself. The leading tackler on their defense, though, is the linebacker, Brady Montgomery. 16 tackles through the first 2 games. He has just been a force on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, I mean, that's what they need to do. They have to have that type of player, make your plays, and be aggressive and be a force within their system.
When Neshannock has the ball, we know about Gino Mazzacco. Anthony Aiken will be the primary ball carrier. He's got the great 2 tight ends in Ashton Allison and also Montgomery. Dom Cubelis has been on an absolute tear the first couple weeks of the season. Ethan Beeman, sneaky good in what he's done. They've also worked in Justin Edworthy at running back too, so we'll see him probably get a few carries tonight as well. That defensive line up front for Ellwood City, they are massive. Davis and Twiddell at the ends, and big P.J. Dubois, 350 pounds in the middle for Ellwood City. Neshannock will kick it away to start things here tonight. It is overcast. It is a little windy, and they've already canceled the Pittsburgh Pirates game tonight down in the city of Pittsburgh. We expect that there's going to be some delays at starts across the area tonight, so we will keep an eye on the weather for you. Right now it's into the high 60s, overcast and windy. And standing back to receive the kick for Ellwood City, Elijah Palmer McCain. And it is also Dante Pierce, the other running back, who only had one carry in their opening game against Laurel. He will be on the return, comes across the 10, the 15, the 20, the 25, and he's up near the 30-yard line. And good starting field position for Ellwood City as they will start 1st and 10. And we are just underway here in this much-anticipated matchup between these two county rivals.
Yeah, well, I'm going to bank on what Coach Bradley says. It doesn't rain when he's on the field. So far, he's correct. We'll see how long that lasts.
Yeah, it is not looking promising right now as Smiley will start in the shotgun. Palmer McCain's got those fluorescent green gloves on tonight. He's got a receiver each way to start things. Play number 1 is a handoff to number 2. And he is going to find very minimal room to run the football early on. Joey Veronese was the first one to put hands on him. And then the rest of that defensive line for Neshannock getting involved on the play. It's going to be a short gain, maybe a gain of
give him
1.
2.
They had 2 yards, and they'll bring up 2nd and 8.
Down on the pile, moving forward with his legs, get that extra yard.
Smiley will have a complement of wide receivers this time. They bring in Daylon Curry. Really tried to feed the ball to Curry and Hogue in that opener. Palmer McCain carry number 2, and he's across the 35 up to the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 5 that time. It's going to be a 3rd down and short for Ellwood City as we're just underway here from Bledgy Stadium.
Palmer McCain made a nice, nifty move, following his blocks to the right, picking up about 3 or 4 extra yards on that carry and bring up a 3rd down and short.
3rd and short for Ellwood City. 3rd and 3 to be exact from the 38-yard line. You can hear that wind starting to pick up a little bit. Down on field level, this stadium is open, but it's closed on both sides with the tree line and the stands on the other side. Palmer McCain, his 3rd carry, trying to bounce to the outside, finds room, 1st down, and into Neshannock territory, turns on the Jets, and he's tackled at the 40-yard line of the Lancers.
Yeah, Don Cabellis on that stop, make it. But you got to give Palmer McCain a lot of credit. Following his blocks to the right. Once he got into that hole into the secondary, he just turned on his Jets, turned it upfield. That's what Ellwood City needs here tonight, effort like that.
Gain of 24 that time for Palmer McCain, already up to 31 yards on 3 carries. Let's take a good look at the backfield there for Ellwood City with Smiley and Palmer McCain. Now the 3 receivers, bottom of the formation. Smiley still yet to put it in the air. Why not? Palmer McCain right up the middle, and he gets another 1st down. Down to the Neshannock 25-yard line. That's going to be another gain of 13, another 1st down for Ellwood City as they continue to move the ball here with 10-11 to go.
That senior offensive line making her noticed right now as they've been able to get the holes open, and McCain has run right through them.
Palmer McCain and company a week off last week, so he is fresh. There's that trio again down at the bottom of your screen. Curry might have left early, no flag. Smiley going to throw it, takes off, looking, pressure coming. Smiley to the sideline, crunched as he gets to the 20. And a good tackle right around the 20-yard line by talented freshman Sam Flora, the 5'5", 148-pound defensive back who Michael Bonjavengo has called upon to step in there and make plays early in the season.
Yeah, Smiley made a nice move out there, kept his head up, looking for a receiver, couldn't find anyone. Decided to run, picked up close to 4 on the play.
2nd down and 6 from the 21, just outside the red zone for Ellwood City. Palmer McCain, another carry. Palmer McCain, right side. Palmer McCain down to the 15 and a 1st down, close to a 1st down for Ellwood City. They marked him maybe just shy. Let's see where they officially, and they will call it 3rd down. It's a gain of 5.
Yeah, what's really impressive here is McCain's allowing his blocks to develop in front of him. He's not just hitting the hole right away. He's letting them develop, make the play, and then he's scooting behind them and getting outside.
Ellwood City has entered the red zone. Make sure you stop by the red zone on Wilmington Road in Neshannock for all of your county sporting apparel needs, but are the best of the best in Lawrence County. They continue to try to move the pile on the ground as Ellwood City. From the 15, they will get the first down that time. Their third first down on this drive for the Wolverines. They have picked them up in chunks. Fourth first down, actually, on this drive for Ellwood City. 8.5 to go in the first quarter. Good-looking drive here early on.
Yeah, almost 4 minutes long. This is exactly what Ellwood City wants to do. Shorten this game up and use that running game to set up the passing. Let's see if they go to the end zone here with Smiley.
That's Hogue coming across the top of the formation. High snap. Smiley looks his way. Had to get rid of it with the pressure from Connor Flannery bearing down, and that one falls incomplete. It'll be second down from the 11.
Had the cutter coming through in the slot position, but unfortunately he just threw it a little too wide on that and never gave him an opportunity to make a play on the ball.
Second down and 10 from the 11. Then get down to the 1 for a first down.
When they've been getting big chunks, they've been going to the right. Let's see if they can go to the right on this play.
Josh Gilchrist, top of your formation. Handoff Palmer McCain up the middle, stood up. And a good job by that Neshannock defensive line that time.
Tony Parada there making the play.
Joey Veronesi also in there on the stop for Neshannock. So you see Michael DeSanti into the lineup for the first time, or the second time in this drive. Cadence Carter had to jog off. It's 3rd and 10, no gain. Palmer McCain, no. Smiley keeps it. What a fake by Smiley. Down the 1, he's into the end zone for the touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown run for Smiley. And with 7:36 to go in the first quarter, Ellwood City has jumped in front 6-0. Beautiful fake by Chris Smiley.
Yeah, just running the option there, just just kept it in his belly, and then once he's seen the opening to his right, he just pulled it out and dashed that way, turned it upfield, and got to the 11 yards for the touchdown.
Caitlin Kreitzer to add the point after it is up, and it is good. And with 7:36 to go in the opening quarter, Ellwood City takes the opening kickoff down the field, and they got a 7-0 lead here in the Lawrence County Sports Network, powered by LCAP. Works in Progress Painting wishes a successful and satisfying season to all the Lawrence County sports teams and athletes. Work hard and bring honor to your team, school, and family in how you play. Joe Wright and his family have been providing painting, window cleaning, and other property services for business and homeowners in the Lawrence County area for over 10 years. Their goal on every project is to provide a meaningful service that honors their customer, God, and their family, and to have fun while doing it. Works in Progress is now booking interior painting projects for both residential and commercial projects. Call Joe today at 724-714-4294 to discuss your next project. Well, Ellwood City goes right down the field. They take it 69 yards on their opening drive. Drive summary brought to you by Joseph's Marketplace, Newcastle's favorite family-owned hometown grocery store and coffee shop. Check out the cafe and bakery section. Place it to go. Order online at josephsnc.com. So Neshannock will get its first crack at it tonight. As Kreitzer boots that one, it's a squib. That's returnable. And Neshannock's going to get good starting field position out of the short kick return just outside of midfield. So we'll get our first look at Gino Mazzacco tonight in this high-powered Neshannock offense, which
a little note here about Caitlin Kreitzer. Seen her yesterday on the volleyball court here in Neshannock as they took on the Lancers. Unfortunately for Ellwood City, they fell in that match 3-2 in a full set type scenario, but Caitlin Kreitzer, what an athlete. She was everywhere on that field, and we've seen her with the extra point earlier in the kickoff here to start tonight's drive here for Neshannock.
3 times they've scored over 40 last year. They've done it twice in the first 2 games this season. Mazzacco on play number 1 to put it in the air, fires down the field, wide open, catch is made. Brady Frasso shook loose initially. He's into Ellwood City territory, down to the Wolverines' 32-yard line.
Well, we may have a shootout here at the OK Corral, as we're seeing right away. Neshannock trying to answer that touchdown here by Ellwood City with another big play here from their offense.
It's a gain of 27 on play number 1 tonight. And a first down for Ellwood City, or for Neshannock, as Mazzocco gets everybody set. Clouds starting to darken a little bit as they roll over top Ledgy Stadium. Handoff Aiken. Aiken to the 25, and then he's doubled up and dropped right there. But a good run on first down for Aiken, his first touch of the night.
Yeah, as the play was going to his right, he's seen cut back to his left, had open spaces, and picked up nice yardage, close to 7 on the play.
2 plays, 48 yards for this, rather 34 yards for this Neshannock offense. Aiken will carry it again, and there is just nowhere for him to go. He's going to get maybe a yard or 2 on the run as they mark him down near the 22-yard line. Brings up 3rd down and 1 for Neshannock with 6:21 to go in the first quarter.
Yeah, I mean, this is what Neshannock loves to do. They love to use the passing game to set up the run with Aikens, and here he is, back-to-back carries, knock on the door on 3rd down and short.
Rosso, who had the big catch on the first play, is at the bottom of the formation. Aiken, another carry. He's across the 20 to the 19 and a first down for Neshannock as we hit 6:03 to go in the first quarter. Good-looking answer here by Neshannock. And then we said chunk plays. This team this season, they have just piled up the fantasy points as Mazzocco retreats the pass over the middle. Catch too high that time for Cubelis, contested by Dom Hogan. Nice job in coverage by Hogan. It'll bring up 2nd down.
That pass just a little behind Dom Cubelis as he had to go up high and reach back for it. Juggled it, almost came down with it. Will bring up 2nd down and long coming up here for Neshannock, but they are in the red zone.
Make sure you stop by the red zone on Wilmington Road. Voted best of the best in Lawrence County. 2nd and 10 from 19. As Mazzocco surveys, Neshannock trying to answer after the early salvo by Ellwood City. A nice touchdown run by Chris Smiley a few moments ago. Mazzocco fakes, pumps, looks, takes off. Gino's got the speed. Gino to the outside. Gino stiff arms the defender and fights his way towards the line. And he's going to be close to the first down. Dante Pierce had to stop. And he is going to be just short of that first down. It's maybe about a half a football away from that first down marker.
Yeah, Daklin O'Brien for Ellwood City had the first opportunities to get to Gino on that play, but he was able to get to the edge and turn around and turn it upfield.
Mazzocco hands off. Eakin through the middle, and he's going to have the first down to the Ellwood City 8-yard line. His 4th carry, and another first down for Neshannock with 5:12 to go in the first quarter. Can hear that wind starting to pick up. It has cooled off significantly. Humidity has dropped here. And again, we are under that thunderstorm warning. Hopefully we get this whole thing in. Pitch wide, Edworthy, and he has to retreat to fall on it. Flag comes in on the far side right near the line of scrimmage. Ellwood City saying they have it. No signal yet from the refs, as they will discuss.
Yeah, it was a high pitch throwing it outside there to Upworthy, and he was unable to really handle it. Kind of uneven on him, and the ball bounced and hit the ground. He did fall on it, looked like, but we'll have to wait and see what the officials seeing close by. Plus, we had the penalty on the play.
Yeah, they still have not signaled yet one way or another as to whose ball it is. So
I didn't see him raise
Neshannock.
it down, so I'm thinking it's still Neshannock.
Yeah, it looks like it will be.
But I think there's going to be a holding penalty or an illegal block type scenario.
It is a hold on Neshannock. They will accept the penalty yardage, back the Lancers up, and we'll redo first down here with 4:59 to go in the first quarter. First penalty for either side tonight. Haven't reset the scoreboard yet. Now they do back it up to the 21, so it's going to be 1st and 19. Mazzocco looking to the end zone. Gino will take off. The pressure from the backside. Evan Twaddell is going to get in there to finish it off. But that pocket broke down quickly, and Gino didn't have anywhere to go. It was well covered in the end zone.
Twaddell was there. Also, Lutz was there. Both of them making big plays. That's what they need from that defensive line.
They go quick again. 2nd and 20. Gino actually got a yard that time. Back to pass goes Mazzocco, looking, again well covered, fires over the middle. The catch is made near the original line of scrimmage of the 10. It's Ethan Beeman who pulls it in, the junior, but it's still going to be third down and about 10 for Neshannock.
Yeah, Beeman, a big target, 6'1", 187 pounds, was left alone over the middle and was able for Mazzocco to find him to keep this drive here on third down and goal.
Gino's 2 of 3 here early on. And we're going to get a
another
flag in. This one appears to be on Ellwood City.
Must have been in the neutral zone.
So that'll push the line up 5, make it third and about 6 for Neshannock. Third and manageable now. First penalty on Ellwood City tonight. Mazzocco on third down. They were great last week trying to keep it and get to the 5, and he's going to be short. Going to gain 1.
Partridge coming up big there, making a tackle on Mazzocco. Mazzocco had a lane to his left, and he was trying to get there, but Partridge stopped that. Brings up a huge fourth down. And the offense is going to stay on the field here.
They are, in fact, going to stay on the field with 3:26 to go. 4th and 5. 4th and goal now for Neshannock, trying to tie this game up. Mazzocco, they do a little trickeration, ball loose on the turf. And they're going to turn it over on downs. The change of possession brought to you by Maduro Bonner Law. Make sure you protect your possessions. MaduroBonnerLaw.com, your community firm with a personal connection and individualized service. So the turnover on downs, the drive thwarted on the trickeration.
Yeah, Caden Dokio was there for Ellwood City, making that play in the backfield. Again, they were trying to run a reverse where they get it back to the wideout on a pitch, and the pitch again was unable to be handled. Sometimes when you throw the ball backwards, bad things can happen, and it happened that time for Neshannock.
So Ellwood City in the driver's seat here. Palmer McCain gets the handoff on first down, bounces to the outside, gets another bounce to the outside, another stiff arm, and EPM is up to the 31-yard line. A gain of 15 and a first down for Ellwood City on play number 1 of the drive.
And that change of possession is brought to you by Maduro Bonner Law. Make sure your product to protect your possessions at MaduroBonnerLaw.com.
Busy night for Palmer McCain already. 6 carries, 64 yards here in this first quarter. And it is starting to pour here at Bledgy Stadium now, too. The rain's starting to move in. Palmer McCain again the carry. Shed 1 block, got across the 35 to the 36-yard line. A gain of 5 again on first down. It'll bring up second down and 5.
You know, last week against Union, they had trouble against the running game. That was one of the problems the Lancers had. In the second half, they were able to really close that gap. And they had a kind of a bend, don't break type scenario. But they were able to hold them down and in the fourth quarter take over. It's going to be important for the Lancers here to try to make a stop here on second down and short.
Smiley looks over to the sideline. Now we get a flag in with 2:17 to go in the first quarter.
That's going to be a first down on the penalty.
That will be enough on Neshannock to give Ellwood City the first down. 2 penalties here on Neshannock early on. Another first down. It's the 7th first down for Ellwood City in this game already.
Yeah, that offensive line has done a terrific job. Tidwell, Reynolds, Lutz, McClennan, Singer.
You wonder how this team was going to come out after a week off. Smiley going to air it out. Far side. Overthrows his intended receiver. That is Curry, who was out there and well covered. That'll bring up second down.
And now, I like our first down going deep, just to get a change of look, make the defense pay attention to you. Even if you're throwing in coverage and overthrow it, you're just showing that you want to make that effort to say, now we're not going to just run the ball on every down. We're going to throw, and we're going to challenge you defensively.
Second down and 10 for Ellwood City. Again, the rain not super heavy. It's noticeable when you look up in the lights. Can't really see it when you're looking at the field. Is Palmer McCain going to get the handoff? And he's only going to get a couple that time. Good job again by Connor Flannery on the stop for Neshannock.
Big third down coming up here for the Lancers. 3rd down and 10. They need to make a stop here and try to force the punt and get their offense, which we've seen them already make big plays, get back on the field.
It is 3rd and 10, 1:25 to go in the opening quarter. 7-0 Ellwood City in front. Smiley going to air it out near side, far side rather, finds Hogue. Hogue cuts up field. He's going to be tackled shy of the first down as Eakin and Griffin Wyan are there on the stop for Neshannock, and that's going to bring up a 4th down and short just outside of midfield. Ellwood City will punt it away with 63 seconds to go in the first quarter.
This is a scenario where Smiley is the – oh, they're going to go for it, Eric.
They're lining up quickly. Yeah, they're going to line up and go for it. He can quick kick.
Yes, I was just going to mention that.
And remember, that is how Laurel got into the game in the opener. I mean, they quick kicked on 4th and 10 from just outside of midfield. Laurel only had 2 timeouts left. Actually, I don't think they had any timeouts left in that situation. Ellwood City was up 7-0. Smiley then on 4th and 10 dropped back to quick kick it, hit one of his linemen with the punt. Ball died right there. Laurel took it down the field one play. They ended up getting a penalty to aid them, a face mask, a personal foul, and then got down there to tie the game late. So we've seen Ellwood in this position already this season.
It might be one of those scenarios they just want to show it and see how the defense reacts and then use the timeout and then obviously take the opportunity to punt the ball away and pin them deep. You got the 7-0 lead. I know you want to, you're on the road. You might be willing to roll the dice a little bit more. We'll see how they choose to do it. Looks like that's what they're going to do here on 4th down.
This is our first Pontius Insurance timeout. Online at pontiusinsurance.com to request a quote for auto, home, business, or life insurance. They do line up to go for it. Smiley looking to try to draw them off sides, but they will go. Palmer McCain, the handoff. He's got a lot of room and a first down the sideline, trying to outrun the defense, and he is dragged down deep into Neshannock territory. Brady Frosso made the game-saving to the touchdown-saving tackle, but a first down on 4th down for Elijah Palmer McCain.
32-yard pickup there for Palmer McCain, and he just followed his blocks. Once he got to the edge, he was turning upfield. It was just his Jets on display and see who can catch him in the red.
9 carries for 101 yards in the first quarter for Palmer McCain. Quick hitter with Gagrick, the fullback. And that's going to gain a couple as we tick our way inside 30 seconds after the ball is snapped. Veronese had the stop for Neshannock, and it looks like Ellwood City will take that lead with them to quarter number 2. So the Wolverines on the drive. They lead at 7-0. Good-looking drive here after that 4th down conversion. Second quarter comes your way next on the Lawrence County Sports Network, powered by LCAP.
Tired of gasoline costs? Why drive? Let the Newcastle Transit Authority take you where you want to go. Serving the city of Newcastle and stops throughout Lawrence County, as well as weekday service to Pittsburgh. Public transportation just makes sense. Why drive when you can relax and ride? For more information or for route schedules, log on to newcastletransit.org. The Newcastle Transit Authority, going your way. And remember, senior citizens ride free.
Right now, someone very special needs your help. This is Jack Lynn, CEO of City Rescue Mission. No one is beyond God's love and care. One person's life can affect another. Though you may never meet this person, you can make a difference in his or her life. Hurting men and women in our community desperately need food, shelter, and physical and spiritual care. Some are struggling with abuse and addiction. They feel alone, unloved, and forgotten. Individual, caring people provide their hope. You can help change the lives of men, women, and children. Visit cityrescuemission.org and help us today.
At Medore Bonner Law, we're more than just attorneys. We're your community partners. With a combined experience that spans decades, attorneys Jason Medore, Michael Bonner, and Greg Rossitelli are your trusted advisors for all legal matters. From personal injury to estate planning, business law to family disputes, we are here to guide you through every step of the legal process. Our full-service, community-based approach ensures that you're not just a client, but a valued member of our family. Give us a call or visit us online at madorbonnerlaw.com for more information.
Start the second quarter. Dante Pierce had the carry on second down. It's now 3rd and 3 from the 13 as Ellwood City in the red zone. Make sure you stop by the red zone on Wilmington Road in Neshannock as they're trying to take a 2-score lead here. As Pierce will get the carry again, left side, picks his way. And he's going to get a nice gain, and we'll have another Ellwood City first down. By the way, out-of-town scoreboard update brought to you by the Newcastle Transit Authority. Daily routes to Pittsburgh as well as routes all around Lawrence County. Mohawk has a 14-0 lead at Neshannock. They, however, are in a lightning delay now, so that game going to be stopped for close to 30 minutes. Hope a lot of you have tuned in to us as they'll get that going again as Palmer McCain up the middle makes one cut, and he is in the end zone for the touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run for Elijah Palmer McCain. 10 carries, 107 yards already in this contest, and Ellwood City has a 13-0 lead on the road at Neshannock. Touchdown runs by Palmer McCain and Smiley. Kreitzer's point after, Dom Hogue the hold. And we got a flag that comes in. It looks like it's going to be a running into the kicker. Point after was good anyway. 14-0 Ellwood City.
Caitlin Kreitzer is going to become a weapon as this season goes on. Her extra points are going 30 yards deep past the goalpost. There's going to be a time that they just may send her out to try a long field goal either at the end of a half or end of a game. You never know what the future may hold.
Well, that drive, mostly all runs once again. Smiley had one pass attempt on the drive. Palmer McCain, 4 carries on the drive. Gagrich had a carry. 6 plays, and that going almost the length of the field once again. This Ellwood City team has come out swinging here tonight.
Yeah, cap with the EPM touchdown. With 11:06 left here in the second quarter. This drive summary brought to you by Joseph's Marketplace, Newcastle's favorite family-owned hometown grocery store and coffee shop. Check out their cafe and bakery sections. Place an order to go out in line at josephnc.com.
This rain continues to fall here at Bludgy Stadium, and Ellwood City will kick it away. You know, Neshannock fell behind to Mohawk in the opening game as well, but that was more of a back and forth affair late in the game. See if they can spark themselves here offensively as we got 11:06 to go in the first half. Kreitzer squibbed it last time, and will line drive it this time. It's going to sail towards the sideline and out of bounds, and Neshannock will take the penalty yardage and get starting field position.
It's a late flag.
Yeah, another late flag that comes in all the way from the side judge here on the near side, right near the 40.
Or we're going to get a late hit after the play. I seen one of the Ellwood City players hit down to the turf. Or maybe a sideline warning. We'll have to wait and see.
Did come from the side judge. And the kickoff went out of bounds, so the penalty would be assessed
from the 20.
From the 20.
Yeah.
And they would get the ball up at the 35. And there is no signal yet as to what is transpired. Here we go. Personal foul is on Ellwood City.
Oh, there you go.
So
double foul.
Yeah, they're going to take obviously both. They get the good starting field position to the 35, and then it takes the ball up to midfield.
Right. The personal foul is a dead ball foul, so you add it on to after the kick went out of bounds.
So let's see if the Lancers can get their offense going here with just half a field in front of them, down by 14. Mazzocco going to air it out on first down pressure. He dumps it off out of the backfield. Aiken makes the catch. And a good tackle as he gets across the 45 near the 40. Declan O'Brien the stop for Ellwood City. First down for Neshannock with 10:57 to go in the opening quarter.
Yeah,
opening half.
Nice screenplay to start the drive, kind of a long handoff, get it to Anthony Aiken's hands, see what he can do. Made the catch at the line, added 10, and it's first just shy of a first down. They're going to give him about 9.5.
Got an Ellwood City player that's shaking up on the field. That's Gavin Partridge. 6-foot senior. He had a good game against Laurel in the opener.
Yeah, already made a nice defensive play earlier on fourth down, turning away Neshannock tonight.
Again, if you are looking for the Mohawk game, they aren't that far away, but they are in a lightning delay. And that game was 14-0 Mohawk. Of course, Shenango back after a week off due to the tragic death of Coach Graham's son. So good to see that they are back on the field right now, and they got about 20 minutes or so now until they resume action. Remember, it's 30 minutes from the lightning strikes. Mazzocco and company 1st and 10 from the Ellwood City 40, looking for their first points of the night. Mazzocco, pocket closes, he takes off, gets what he can. He got drilled as he got to the 35, and he is stopped right there after a 5-yard gain that time. It'll bring up 2nd down and 5.
Yeah, nice run there. A tough run there for Mazzocco, but able to add 5 yards and keep this drive moving. 2nd down.
4 receiver set this time. Eakin, a lot of room. Eakin to the outside. Eakin down the sideline. One to beat. He drags Hogue with him into the end zone for the touchdown. Anthony Eakin, a 35-yard touchdown run, and Neshannock is on the board for the first time tonight with 10:13 to go in the first half. Much needed drive for this Lancers team. As they come out, they only need 3 plays to do it after the penalties from 50 to 50. And we get a flag in as Mazel's extra point is good.
We got a flag on the play. Offsides on Ellwood City.
So they will replay the try. Typically teams would line up and go for 2 here. Not really necessary in this case. You kick it here because you're down by 7.
Yeah, we'll just move about a yard closer to the uprights.
So Mazel will kick it away again. This one sails over the crossbar, and it is good. Well, they didn't need a lot of time to do it. Just 4 plays from the 50. 4 plays, a 50-yard drive. Your drive summary brought to you by Joseph's Marketplace, Newcastle's favorite family-owned hometown grocery store. Place it to go. Order it online at josephsnc.com. 14-7 after that touchdown by Aiken, and a much-needed drive. And Neshannock does a good job making Ellwood City pay for the 2 penalties.
I was just going to say, they took advantage of a short field. We talked about that in the pregame. This time it was Neshannock taking advantage of it, getting the kick out of bounds, getting the ball to the 35, getting a dead ball personal foul, bringing the ball out to the 54 plays later. Big plays. That drive was really an Anthony Aiken's drive for Neshannock. Now it's going to be up to their defense. See what Neshannock's defense can do. They haven't been able to stop this Ellwood City's offense. So let's see if they can make any adjustments and see what they can do defensively and maybe possibly get the ball back into this offensive hand. So far, we've seen both teams be able to move the ball, Eric.
And both have been very effective. Palmer McCain's already over 100 yards. Tonight he's got 107 on 10 carries. I'll kick it away. Mazel's kick is in and out of the hands of Pierce. Has to go back to the 8 again. The ball is loose. And Neshannock may have pounced on it. They did. Another costly error by Ellwood City, as I believe that was Rand Al-Hamid that recovered the muffed kick for Neshannock.
Yeah, Dante Pierce ran up on it, hit his shoulder pads, and then went to the ground and then fumbled it again. Couldn't get a hold of it. And in came the special teams for Neshannock, and that sets them up in the red zone at the 13-yard line. Actually, the 12 is the official stop.
Boy, you don't need to give them any short fields, and now Ellwood City has done it twice here in this quarter, trying to tie this one up. Mazzocco. Aiken trying to bounce to the outside. Flag comes in. He is cut down in the backfield. Good tackle by Partridge, and we'll check the flag here with 9:59 to go in the first half.
Just to remind everybody, Neshannock's in the red zone, and you could visit the red zone on Wilmington Road in Neshannock for all your sporting apparel needs.
Rain starts to intensify.
Yeah, it's coming down a little bit harder, but supposedly there's a little area on the field around Coach Cooper that it's not raining.
So they're going to back up Neshannock after the holding penalty. That is the call on the field. See our bottom line tonight. Got out-of-town scores for you. Again, a weather delay in the Mohawk-Shenango game. So you can tune in for that here in a little bit when they resume play, as Mazzocco will air it out down the middle. Sliding catch at the 5. Let's get a call here, gentlemen.
Cabela's on the reception, I believe.
Yeah, they are not signaling incomplete. I don't think the back official knew what to call.
Yeah,
here.
he couldn't see the ball because he was behind the play. Yeah, they were saying first down.
Yep, they are going to give him the catch, so it's going to be first and goal.
Take that back.
Not first down.
Not first down. They were showing first down on them. I think they were just saying it's just a completion.
It's an 18-yard grab for Cubelis. His first catch of the night. Second and goal from the 3 now for the Lancers. Trying to tie it up. Mazzocco to the outside. Aiken turns it upfield, and again, Partridge, a great tackle as Aiken tried to find his head of steam inside the 3-yard line.
Yeah, Gavin Partridge has been everywhere on this defense for Ellwood City, making plays. Now that ball's just knocking on the door of a first down. I would ask for a measurement here. Oh, there it is. They gave it to him. All right, first and goal.
So Aiken does get the first down. First and goal for the Lancers at the 2-yard line. Aiken in the backfield once again. Motion. Mazzocco, first and goal. Going to roll out, stop, turn up field. Stopped again as he gets back towards the line of scrimmage. Good job again by this Ellwood City defense. Luciana Gagrich is in there on the stop for the Wolverines with 8:30 to go in the first half.
Yeah, Gagrich make nice penetration into the backfield and got to Mazzocco and prevented him from turning it upfield.
You can see that rain on your screen. It is pouring now here at Bledgy Stadium. 8:15 to go in the first half. They hand it off. Aiken trying to bounce to the outside. He is stopped again, and it's Partridge once again coming up with another stop on this drive with 8:04 to go.
He's not allowing him to get to the full edge. Aiken's able to turn upfield, get inside the 1. So now you got to watch for the quarterback keeper scenario. They're going to mark the ball right at the 1-yard line. Third down and goal here. See if they do kind of the Philly tush push here and just try to move some bodies up front.
It is a third down and goal from the 1. Bringing the extra running back for Mazzocco. They will go with Mazzocco. Gino up the middle, and he's in the end zone for the touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown run for Gino Mazzocco. And just like that, a point after away from a tie game here at Bledgy Stadium with 7.5 to go in the first half as Neshannock makes Ellwood City pay in the short field once again.
Yeah, they had the ball at the 12-yard line, had to get pushed back to the 22 on a penalty, but it didn't defer them as they got that big completion to Don Cabela setting up this touchdown.
Mesa will attempt the point after again. Kick is away, and it is good. Just snuck that thing through the left upright. And with 7:30 to go in the first half, Neshannock has tied this one up at 7 thanks to Gino Mazzocco. We'll take a timeout. Back with more after this on the Lawrence County Sports Network powered by LCAP. keep it here during the timeout as that drive summary, again, didn't take long. 12 yards. Factor that penalty back in, and Mazzocco a 1-yard touchdown run. Drive summary brought to you by Joseph's Marketplace. Place it to go. Order online at josephsnc.com.
Well, Neshannock has a lot of ways to beat you offensively. That drive, a short one, but Gino Mazzocco with the big pass to Don Cabela set it up inside the 5, and then the running a combination of Akins and Mazzocco finishes the deal to tie this game at 14.
Let's see if Ellwood City can get back some of that momentum that they have lost. That kickoff will sail out of bounds, and Ellwood City will get good starting field position here. With 7:30 to go in the first half, new ball game.
Yeah, just like that. It was 14-0 Ellwood City, but here it comes. They took advantage of 2 short field, one a 50-yard drive, one's a 12-yard after a turnover. And there you go. It's, like you said, a brand new game at 14. Now, can Neshannock stop Elijah Palmer McCain? I mean, over 100 yards in the first quarter is really your first opportunity here in the second quarter to carry the ball.
There is a pocket of rain that is over top of the area, and that's expected to continue into the later part of the evening, although no red or yellow or orange on the radar, so that's a good sign. It looks just all heavy green, so as long as it rains, they'll keep playing. Is Smiley going to air it out on first down? Pocket breaks down. Smiley steps up, eluded a couple, and then he got across the line of scrimmage +2 that time for Smiley. That'll bring up 2nd and 8.
And that's an important play there for Ellwood City. I mean, obviously looking to make a big play downfield, nothing open, but Smiley able to create on his own and get something positive at it and add 2 yards and get closer to the sticks.
Smiley in the shotgun again. Palmer McCain again over 100 yards already here in the first half. He gets the carry on 2nd down, snuck through the line. What a run by Palmer McCain to get out of the contact and up to the 43-yard line. A good run of 6 that time by Palmer McCain, who just kept that lower body working.
Yeah, he did. He did a great job following the blocks of Maddox Singer. He just was riding him the whole way and just said, you're my guy, I'm going to stay with you. And he went all the way down here to the 44-yard line.
3rd and 2 from just outside of midfield, just outside the 45-yard line. Smiley is under center. One of the rare times we see that. Palmer McCain, the run, cuts back, middle of the field, dips down, and is gang tackled across the 45 up to the 48-yard line. It's a 5-yard gain for Palmer McCain, a first down for Ellwood City with 6:07 to go in the first half. And in on the stop that time, Frasso and also Beeman there for Neshannock.
Yeah, nice run again by Palmer McCain. What is he able to do best is he's able to let his offensive line make some penetration and then follow them. He doesn't get in a rush to get to the line. He just kind of looks and has great visions and makes adjustments.
First down, Ellwood City. Handoff, Palmer McCain again, picking his way left side this time, and Montgomery stuck with him the whole run, but Palmer McCain does get into Neshannock territory to the 48, a gain of 4.
Yeah, I mean, anytime you can get 4+ yards on first down, any coach, offensively, defensively, is going to love that scenario for the offense. This is really a gut check here for this for this Neshannock defense. They need to make a play here on 2nd down and keep it 2nd down in a long scenario. If they can get some penetration, maybe play in the backfield.
5th
Be a
play
big
of the
play.
drive. Handoff. This time it's going to be Pierce. He is hit right away as he got back towards the line of scrimmage. That is Tony Parada who steps in there to make the stop for the Lancers. That'll bring up a 3rd down.
Yeah, he just reached out with his left arm and made sure that no one was going to get by him as he was able to come up with a huge play here. Now it's 3rd down and long. 3rd down and 5. Big play here again for the Lancers defense. Let's see how Ellwood City reacts offensively, if they stay with the running game or they maybe do a changeup.
4-man front for Neshannock. They load up the line, does Ellwood City. Smiley hands it off. Pierce left side, nowhere to go. Brady Montgomery from the backside of the play finished him off. And it's the big guy down low that time, Dante Cancello, who is in there for the stop along with Montgomery, and it's going to be 4th down.
Well, this is an interesting question. I mean, you're at your opponent's 46-yard line. This is a scenario where you can go for it if you choose to, or even just let your quarterback maybe take a step back and make a decision on his own. If he wants a quick kick, he can.
Are going to go for it here. Smiley drops back to throw it. Over the middle, catch is made. 1st down, Ellwood City. It is Daylon. No, that is Luciano Gagrich who makes the catch into Neshannock territory. 3:54 to go in the first half.
You and I were talking in pregame. Could they use Gagrich as a receiver? There they did, and he just got it out in space. He was able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get that huge 4th down conversion.
Just the second pass completion for Smiley in this game. That's enough for a 1st down. It's almost 3-1 in 1st downs in this game. Palmer McCain's going to get another one on a big run down to the 30, call it the 29.
He's just following Singer. Singer's blowing the holes open here for Ellwood City's offensive line, and he's just letting him make his move, make his blocks, and he's just following Singer all the way down. It's been impressive watching Maddox Singer making some plays here for Ellwood City on the offensive line.
Actually to the 24, I beg your pardon. So another 1st down for Ellwood City as Palmer McCain continues to have his huge first half. Gets it again, meets a wall, and is stood up that time as Ashton Allison came up from that linebacker spot to make the play at the line for Neshannock as we hit 3:05 to go in the first half.
This is gut check time for Neshannock. You got the 2 quick scores offensively on short fields. Now your defense has to come up big. Your special teams came up with the turnover, but your defense has to come up with the stop here.
The first negative carry tonight for Palmer McCain, and it comes on his 15th of the night. Smiley to throw it out of the backfield. Look for Gagrich once again, and it's too wide and falls incomplete. Smiley, you know, we said it. He's attempted only 5 passes here tonight. He's 2 of 5 here through almost a half. And it's no secret what they want to do. They know they have success with Palmer McCain, but they would really just like to see him, like he did on that 4th down a moment ago, make the big play on the drive.
It really is the next level for him to develop. He's been at quarterback for a while now for the Wolverines.
3rd down and 10. Smiley going to air it out again. Near side, catch made. Curry cutting back across the field. And he's going to be chopped down right near the line of scrimmage. And we got a lightning bolt. And that is going to be it. We're going to delay this one now for 30 minutes with 2:23 to go in the first half. So we got a lightning delay. That pass, by the way, falls for no gain. And we are going to have the teams head off to the locker room. That is a long walk up to the locker room. So play has been halted here with 2:23 to go in the first half. Tied at 14. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back for 1 segment, and then we'll send it to a break during the weather delay here as both teams head off the field in this lightning delay here in the Lawrence County Sports Network powered by LCAP.
GEM building contractors and developers have a proven record of performance on any size project. They bring value, local craftsmanship, expert management to meet any challenge. From design construction, from inspection to budget estimation, GEM Builders has been building our community for 70 years.
When it comes to protecting those you love, the businesses you've built, or the things you've earned, you need someone you can trust. Who better to protect your interests than a local insurance agent? Pontius Insurance is a team of local agents helping local residents in Lawrence County and surrounding areas, specializing in auto, home, business, and life insurance. Come see Dan Pontius, Jessica Dix, and Tracy Giddings, and the rest of the team at Pontius Insurance, and receive the personalized service you deserve.
All right, back here at Bledgy Stadium, you see on your screen there the rain. They have cleared the teams off the field in a lightning delay here. The lightning strike happened, what did you say? It was 7:40?
7:47 is what I recorded.
All right, so we're going to have a half hour, which will take us to at least 8:17 before we can finish up the first half. We're tied at 14. Remember, under the rules here, if there's another one, it's 30 minutes from the next strike. So we could be here for a little bit before we finish up this first half. Let's quick recap the score, and then we'll send it to a break while we wait this thing out. 7:36 to go in the first quarter. Smiley, an 11-yard touchdown run, gave Ellwood City a 7-0 lead. Then it was into the second quarter, 11:06 to go, and Elijah Palmer McCain's 6-yard touchdown run made it 14-0 Ellwood City. Neshannock battles back. They get a kickoff out of bounds after that touchdown. So they take that penalty, and then there was a personal foul assessed to it as well. They got the ball at midfield. And then Anthony Eakin, a 35-yard touchdown run, capped off that drive to cut the lead to 14-7. And then about 3 minutes later, after a muffed kickoff, Dante Pierce fumbling the kickoff for Ellwood City. It was recovered at the 12 by Neshannock. They had a penalty, which pushed them back. They gained the yardage right back, and then Gino Mazzacco capped off the run, or with a touchdown with a 1-yard run to make it 14-14. A couple of stats here in the first half. Elijah Palmer McCain, 15 carries for 134 yards so far. He is far and away the leading rusher. Gino Mazzacco has hit 4 of 5 passes for 65 yards for Neshannock. Anthony Eakin with 7 carries for 52 yards. The leading receiver for the Lancers is Brady Frasso, who has a catch for 27. So what we're going to do here is we're going to send it to a timeout. We'll be in that timeout until we are back. We'll come back a couple of minutes before we're set to resume play, assuming that we don't have another lightning strike. So, again, if there is another one, there is another one right there. So now we got to wait 30 minutes from that point, which is going to push us a little closer to 8:30. So just check back with us around 25 after 8 or so. Even if we aren't going to come back, we will come back on with an update. We will come back on with an update if we have one as far as the weather or the status of the game as it goes on here during this delay. There's 2:23 to go in the first half, and we're tied at 14 between Ellwood City and Neshannock here in the Lawrence County Sports Network, powered by LCAP.
Don't get left out to dry. Call the Penn Ohio Bottled Water Company for the fastest and most efficient bottled water delivery service in the area. Penn Ohio offers bottled water ranging from 16.9-ounce bottles to 5-gallon jugs, perfect for your next event or office water cooler system. Also, don't forget to ask about their custom labeling options. Visit PennOhioBottledWater.com for more information and to get a quote on their delivery services. Whether it's at home, in the office, or on the sidelines, Penn Ohio has you covered.
When it comes to shopping for insurance, there are thousands of options out there. MVP Insurance proactively shops and compares your policies to find the best coverage and rate. Josh Mathur and David Verratti want to provide you with the level of personalized service that you know that you are the MVP of their agency. They simplify insurance so you can live stress-free. Visit one of their locations in Xenia-Leopold or in New Springfield, Ohio. Call MVP for the win, proud sponsor of the MVP of the game on the Lawrence County SportsNet.
Thank you for calling Axe. Where can we take you today?
To work, to the store, to Grandma's house. Axe can get you there, but it's much more than a ride. It's a joyride.
I'm helping people. I'm getting them out of their house. I'm taking them to their doctors, to the grocery store.
They say I'm entertaining. Okay, we laugh, we joke, we sing, we tell stories.
They're like family to us.
Even if it's the same day, to schedule your joyride, call Axe today.
Joseph's Marketplace is Newcastle's favorite family-owned hometown grocery store and coffee shop. Fresh meats and produce, full-line deli, homemade foods, and much more. Joseph's Marketplace has hot foods prepared every day. They also have Newcastle favorites like grape leaves, hummus, and wedding soup available daily. Follow Joseph's Marketplace on Facebook and Instagram for daily updates or stop in to see what's cooking each day. Come hang out at the brand new cafe and bakery, full of great coffee, drinks, sandwiches, snacks, sweets, and free Wi-Fi. In a rush? Go to josephsnc.com and place your cafe order online. Joseph's Marketplace, family owned and operated since 1915.
I love what I do because coming in every day is different.
How can you not enjoy these kids coming up and hugging you and giving you these great smiles all throughout the day? You guys ready?
Seeing the progress that our kids make every single day is one of the reasons I love coming to school.
What should we do?
We have fun.
LCAP Early Learning Centers is hiring. Help empower young minds in Lawrence County and become a superhero today. Apply at lcap.org.
For 20 years, Melee Chiropractic has treated athletes of all ages to help them get safely back to the top of their game. Melee Chiropractic has 3 full-time doctors in their office, and all 3 are former area athletes who have had to battle injuries throughout their careers. They want to help you get safely back on your feet. But more importantly, help stop the injuries before they happen. Prehab before you rehab. Attention all high school student athletes. During your sports season, a $30 visit to the Melee Chiropractic office includes an adjustment and/or all therapy is necessary. From the athletes of tomorrow to the weekend warriors and everything in between. Let Melee Chiropractic keep you in the game.
Does your blueprint not match the vision of your building project? Not with Creative Edge Architecture. From concept to creation, Jeff Measle will help tackle the complex problems, creating design solutions and construction experience. Creative Edge gives you the edge design and construction meet.
Tired of gasoline costs? Why drive? Let the Newcastle Transit Authority take you where you want to go. Serving the city of Newcastle and stops throughout Lawrence County, as well as weekday service to Pittsburgh. Public transportation just makes sense. Why drive when you can relax and ride? For more information or for route schedules, log on to newcastletransit.org. The Newcastle Transit Authority, going your way. And remember, senior citizens ride free.
When the high school season heats up, make sure you have the best gear to support your school. Head to the Red Zone on Wilmington Road in Neshannock for all your county sporting apparel needs. From sporting goods to custom apparel to embroidery and more, the Red Zone has it all. Quality gear for all 8 schools in the County of Champions. Stop by and enter the Red Zone or visit them online at theredzonesports.com. Score big at the Red Zone.
Looking for a unique way to expand your business? Advertise on the Lawrence County SportsNet and be seen by thousands of viewers in the area and around the country on over 100 broadcasts each year. Visit lcsportsnet.com and click Advertise with LCSN.
For the most complete recap of Friday night's high school football action, tune in on your way home from the game to the WPIAL Scoreboard Show, only here on the Trib Live High School Sports Network. Hi, this is Don Rebel. Join me in a cast of thousands for all the scores with recaps from the top games, plus we highlight the night on the Trib Live Roundtable. That's the WPIAL Scoreboard Show after the game on Friday nights on the Trib Live High School Sports Network and at tribhssn.triblive.com.
For 20 years, Melee Chiropractic has treated athletes of all ages to help them get safely back to the top of their game. Melee Chiropractic has 3 full-time doctors in their office, and all 3 are former area athletes who have had to battle injuries throughout their careers. They want to help you get safely back on your feet. But more importantly, help stop the injuries before they happen. Prehab before you rehab. Attention all high school student athletes. During your sports season, a $30 visit to the Melee Chiropractic office includes an adjustment and/or all therapy is necessary. From the athletes of tomorrow to the weekend warriors and everything in between. Let Melee Chiropractic keep you in the game.
When it comes to shopping for insurance, there are thousands of options out there. MVP Insurance proactively shops and compares your policies to find the best coverage and rate. Josh Mathur and David Verratti want to provide you with a level of personalized service that you know that you are the MVP of their agency. They simplify insurance so you can live stress-free. Visit one of the locations in Xenia Leopold or in New Springfield, Ohio. Call MVP for the win. Proud sponsor of the MVP of the game on the Lawrence County SportsNet.
Just like going to the doctor, our homes need a checkup too. If your home is not properly weatherized, you could be at risk for symptoms that cause unhealthy ailments and higher utility bills. The Weatherization Assistance Program is the key to reducing utility costs and increasing comfort in your home. Services include an in-home energy audit to inspect your furnace and hot water tank, check for air sealing around windows and doors, and ensure adequate insulation and ventilation. Learn more at lcap.org or call the Department of Healthy Homes to get your checkup today.
I love what I do because coming in every day is different.
How can you not enjoy these kids coming up and hugging you and giving you these great smiles all throughout the day? You guys ready?
Seeing the progress that our kids make every single day is one of the reasons I love coming to school.
What should we do?
We have fun.
LCAP Early Learning Centers is hiring. Help empower young minds in Lawrence County and become a superhero today. Apply at lcap.org.
Thank you for calling Axe. Where can we take you today?
To work, to the store, to Grandma's house. Axe can get you there, but it's much more than a ride. It's a joyride.
It's so convenient for them. We take them door to door. We help them get off and on the bus if they need to use the lifts.
I love the people, especially the senior citizens.
They care about us as much as we care about them.
Even if it's the same day, to schedule your joyride, call Axe today.
For 20 years, Melee Chiropractic has treated athletes of all ages to help them get safely back to the top of their game. Melee Chiropractic has 3 full-time doctors in their office, and all 3 are former area athletes who have had to battle injuries throughout their careers. They want to help you get safely back on your feet. But more importantly, help stop the injuries before they happen. Prehab before you rehab. Attention all high school student athletes. During your sports season, a $30 visit to the Melee Chiropractic office includes an adjustment and/or all therapy is necessary. From the athletes of tomorrow to the weekend warriors and everything in between. Let Melee Chiropractic keep you in the game.
We're back here at Pledgey Stadium. Eric Thomas and Tim Continenza with you. And as you can see, not much has changed in the last 15 or 20 minutes or so. The rain is the heaviest that it has been here during this time. We have been paused with 2:23 to go in the first half. This game is tied at 14. We just had another lightning strike at 8:05. So it's going to be at least 8:35, probably going to push north of about 8:45, 8:50, assuming that there's none other. We could probably get back, to live game action around like 8:45 or so. Teams are in the locker room. There will not be a halftime if we resume. They'll take a small break, probably just a quick water break or a quick rest. They won't have the full-fledged halftime like normal with the bands and things like that if we are able to resume. Rain is in the forecast right through 5 a.m., so rain's not the issue. The lightning is the issue. We keep getting strikes here, and it doesn't, as far as clearing up, right now anyway, it looked good in the next 20 minutes or so. So we might be here for a little bit tonight.
Yeah, unfortunately, the weatherman has not helped tonight. And as we had 4 different lightning strikes since play was stopped with 2:23 left here in the second quarter. We had it at 7:47, 7:51, 7:54, and then 8:05. As you mentioned, the earliest they can resume play would be 8:35, but they're also going to give teams an opportunity to get out on the field and stretch and get loose before playing. They're not going to just come out and start, fourth down and 10.
We're talking until they come out, warm up. It would
right,
be like
yeah,
8:35 at the earliest.
Right, so it's going to be a long night, as you mentioned, and we'll just have to, wait it out. Question I would have is, obviously, if they suspend, I'm going to say suspend the game if this continues here tonight, if they cannot resume here because of the lightning strikes. You would think that Ellwood City would definitely resume the game tomorrow if possible, simply because they didn't have a chance to play last week.
Right.
They've only got in less than 2 quarters of football today. They're in a tie ball game. I've seen suspended games a few times, not often. A lot of times they'll just call it a tie, or they'll, in this scenario, or call it a no contest if there was really no.
Whether or not to restart this thing. So how this is going to work here, there is a curfew as far as games go in the state of Pennsylvania. Not sure what they deal with as far as like a time frame. If they restart, they restart. If they don't, if they can't start it by a certain point, probably have to look at another day. I would assume that they would try to fit this thing in at least tomorrow, because it is a 14-14 game. If this was 35-0 in a mercy rule situation, they probably just wash it. But the two coaches can confer, figure out what they want to do. If they want to try to play tonight, they can try to get this thing in. If they don't, they can opt to come back. They can even opt to just scrap the game and say we're just going to not have a contest. I can't imagine that they would want to do that, though. I mean, Ellwood City didn't play last week. Neshannock's 2-0. This is a big game for both teams. Is any indication until we see somebody come out and start to clear things off the sideline, I would think they're going to try to get this thing in tonight.
And then that would be the best case scenario. If you can get it done tonight, you want to get it done tonight. If you have to come back tomorrow, I'm sure both teams, players-wise and coaching staff, probably be more than willing to do that. We'll just have to wait and see what the administrators' decisions are made and how it's made going forward. But right now we're in a rain delay.
We are in a rain/lightning delay. Again, 8:35 would be the earliest that they would get anybody back out onto the field. So that's in about 25 minutes or so. So just stay with us. We'll come back on at around 8:30 if we have any kind of update. Until then, you can go and do whatever you need to do, but check back with us around 8:30 or so, and we should have another update. If anything happens between now and 8:30, we'll come back and we'll let you know. But until that point, 8:30, just come back. We'll update you on what's going on here with the game. You are watching the weather delay here. Pretty good game here in this first half, 14-14 Ellwood City and Neshannock. The other game in our area, Shenango and Mohawk, that game went to a lightning delay before ours, and that was a 14-0 lead for Mohawk. So just stay tuned here. We'll check back with you around 8:30 or so, let you know what's going on. Until then, we will talk to you around 8:30. You're watching high school football coverage on the Lawrence County Sports Network, powered by LCAP. All right, welcome back to Bledgy Stadium. Eric Thomas with you here. Tim Continenza next to me. The update that we have for you is that we are going to be back underway at 8:40. So that's going to start in about 15 minutes or so. 8:40 is the expected start time. We have not, knock on wood, had a lightning strike since 8:17. And the rain, it let up for a moment. Now it's kind of intensified again. Who cares about the rain? As long as it's raining only, then they can get back out in the field and play the game. But 8:40 is the expected restart time. There's 2:23 to go in the first half, tied at 14. There will not be a halftime here tonight. They'll likely just take a quick break, maybe like a 5-10 minute break between the second and third quarter, and then try to squeeze this game in the rest of the way. So we'll be back with you in about 15 minutes or so to resume the second half here at Bledgy Stadium. You're watching high school football on the Lawrence County Sports Network, powered by LCAP. All right, back here at Bledgy Stadium, Eric Thomas with you as we are still, and we just, as we come back on the air here, just had another lightning strike at 8:36. We were set to start again at 8:40, and then there were 2 lightning strikes in about a 5-minute period, and then now just a third. So it is looking like it's going to be much past 9 o'clock now until we can actually get this thing resumed. Once again, it's 30 minutes from the last strike. We're looking at 8:37, so it would be at least 9:07, 9:10. And that is just to get the teams back out to warm up. So the rain has stopped. You can see it right there on your screen. It's slowed down significantly, so at least that's a good part. But we can't get this lightning out of the area for whatever reason. Well, we thought we'd have a longer delay, but the teams are coming back out on the field, as you see there. So it looks like we're going to play some football here tonight. We've had a couple of lightning strikes in the last 10 minutes or so. We were originally told 8:40, and that is the time. It's 8:42 now, so that's the original time that we were going to be scheduled to restart this game. Tied at 14 here in the second quarter between Neshannock and Ellwood City, and it appears like we're going to get this thing back underway here shortly. Go through a warm-up line, and then we'll get this thing restarted.
Obviously, getting the players out on the field is a great sign. We'll see exactly what transpired. They did have, initially, as you said, players did return to the field at 8:40, and then they took that sign down on the scoreboard and put up lightning delay. 30 minutes. So we'll just have to wait and see what the officials tell us. But right now, the officials are on the field, the players are on the field. I'm thinking we're gonna get more football here a little sooner than we expected, which I don't think anybody here at the stadium will be disappointed in a new one.
Teams were, again, initially told 8:40, and there's 2:23 to go in the first half. So what's going to happen here is, assuming that we get back to play, it's Ellwood City ball, and they are going in for a go-ahead touchdown here late in the second quarter. Once the second quarter is over, they are not going to have a halftime. We are still not sure exactly how they're going to play that out. They may just take a 5 or 10 minute break in between the quarters, but they are going to consider the delay the halftime. So they will not hold a traditional halftime here when the second quarter expires. And they'll just continue to play on and try to crunch this thing in and get it over with here. It's been a good game so far. Touchdowns for Chris Smiley and Elijah Palmer-McCain. Elijah Palmer-McCain has 134 yards on 15 carries in the first half. Gino Mazzocco is completing 80% of his passes in the first half, 4 or 5. And he rallied his team from down 14-0 now. That's thanks to 2 errors by, not errors, but 2 costly situations for Ellwood City. One, they kicked after their second touchdown, kicked the ball out of bounds. So already the ball was going to go to the 35. Then you tack on a 15-yard personal foul on top of that. Took the ball to midfield, and then Neshannock was able to get down the field, get the touchdown. And then on the ensuing kickoff, Dante Pierce fumbled the kick, recovered by Neshannock at the 12. They got a penalty that backed them up to the 21, 22-yard line. They regained the yardage, and then Mazzocco from a yard out on third down converted for the touchdown to tie this thing up at 14 apiece. As Ellwood City was driving down the field on the next drive, that is when the lightning hit. It was raining for a good chunk of the second quarter, if not all the second quarter. Referee saw a lightning strike out to our, as we see it, our right. We're at the 50 on the home sideline, and called this thing for the time being, and the 2 teams went back to the locker room. That is not a short walk for either to make. And it looks like we're back and ready to go. The teams have quickly gone through warm-ups, and they are back out on the field. So we are going to have some football here. Surprisingly enough, we are going to have some football back here at Pledge Stadium.
That's the bottom line. It's both teams are on the field. The weather has changed. If it is, it's just like a mist right now coming down, if there's anything coming down. And we're going to have an opportunity to see fourth down play come when we resume here. Be fourth down and 10, ball at the 24-yard line of Neshannock. Neshannock's defense is going to take the field here as the offense will be surrounding Coach Bradley and the offensive coordinators, and as they get ready for making this fourth down play here.
Yeah, this is to go ahead. What's been a good second quarter. Lots of scoring in the second quarter. All done by the home side, trying to stay 3-0. Of course, Ellwood City did not play last week. The out-of-town scoreboard update, Shenango and Mohawk is officially called. No make-up date. They are not going to resume play. Smiley back to pass. It is fourth down. Scrambles, dumps it off over the middle. The pass is caught near the 20. It is Gagrich, but it is nowhere near a first down. And the Neshannock defense, after the restart, has held. That is a turnover, a change of possession brought to you by Madur Bonner Law. Make sure you protect your possessions, MadurBonnerLaw.com, your community firm with a personal connection and individualized service. So right out of the restart, Smiley completes the pass, but it goes nowhere, and Neshannock's going to take back over.
Yeah, that whole play took about 10 seconds off the clock. And here comes Neshannock looking for an opportunity maybe to take the score before unofficially halftime.
And they have left the door open as Mazzocco back to pass. Going to air it out on first down. A wobbly one thrown up and falls incomplete. Looking down the field that time for Beeman. He was covered by Curry, but that one just too wobbly and fell incomplete.
Yeah, you can see Mazzocco kind of chewing at himself. He knows he had an open player, and he just didn't deliver the ball on that opportunity. But a big down coming up here, second down and 10. In the pistol formation look.
Mazzocco and company have scored 14 straight. And he takes the snap, gets it off to Eakin. Eakin turns up field near the 25, and then that door is slammed shut over on the far side. This Ellwood City defense has played really well here in the first half.
They really have. The front seven has done a nice job. Even on that, they were stringing that one out to the edge. They wouldn't let Akins get quite to the edge. He got 5 yards on the play, but it'll bring up 3rd down and 5.
So Mazzocco and company once again. Shotgun trying to take the lead for the first time tonight. Eakin and Mazzocco, the 2 touchdowns for Neshannock. Now Eakin shifts up right next to Gino. Fakes the handoff to him, going to throw. Far side, catch is made, a 1st down. Over on the far side, that is Frasso, who has become a go-to guy in this first half for Mazzocco.
They're going to say incomplete. They're going to say the ball bounced
right.
or he trapped it. So they'll bring the ball back.
He's contesting that he caught it. They moved up like they were going to be given the 1st down yardage. That was tough to see if he trapped it or not.
I couldn't see if he trapped it or not, but the Ellwood City bench was signaling incomplete, and the side official agreed with them.
So that's going to bring the punting unit out for Neshannock.
So they don't convert on 3rd down, and they'll be forced to punt the ball away here.
Now they've been excellent on 3rd down in the last couple of games. Good on 3rd down here tonight as well. Last week, 6 of 8. They will punt this away. Back to receive for Ellwood City is Hogue and Curry. Not a lot of fans stuck around. The seats
a handful
below
of fans around. You are right about that.
Ellwood City has probably about a quarter of their section. We got another lightning strike out to our, let's say that's our east.
Coach Bonjavengo getting a confirmation, I think, on that last play. He wants to know what actually transpired because they looked like they originally were going to mark it down as a 1st down and then took it back.
So we get that all sorted out. And Neshannock will punt it away. Curry and, as we mentioned, Hogue, and that one's going to hit right near the sideline and go out of bounds near the Ellwood City 40-yard line. So that is where the Wolverines will start 1st and 10 with 1:11 to go in the first half. And we are still tied at 14. Again, no halftime. There's a look at the home side stands. You can see that not a lot of fans have stuck around for this one. The Ellwood City faithful, again, about a quarter of that section across the way. It's a smaller
great field position here for Ellwood City.
It is smaller section on the far side. And Ellwood City's got about that quarter of the way full. Is Smiley on 1st down, pumps. Now he's going to take off, try to get to the outside. And he is up to the 40. Right back near the original line of scrimmage and out of bounds. And that'll bring up 2nd down. They're going to say that he stayed in bounds as the clock continues to run under a minute to go here in the first half.
Yeah, he pump faked that one. He looked like he was going to outlet it to his tailback, but then changed his mind and tuck it and run, picked up a yard. But the great field position to start this drive at their own 40, only 60 yards to go.
Clock again down to 36 seconds to go in the first half. Palmer McCain in the backfield. Smiley to throw it on 2nd. Going to look long down the field. Palmer McCain makes the catch. Somehow the adjustment, and he is going to take it to the house for the touchdown.
Yeah, I didn't catch the defender for Neshannock. He came make a play on the ball, but was just whiffed on it, and that's because McCain cut in front of him and made a great catch and then was able to do it in stride and take it down the sideline. 59 yards for the touchdown.
Just like that, Ellwood City retakes the lead. And Palmer McCain, his 2nd touchdown of the night. This one, a touchdown reception. Kreitzer's point after is away, and it is going to hit the upright and bounce back into the field of play. So it is no good. So we'll stay at 20-14. With 22 seconds to go in the 2nd quarter. Again, we will not have a traditional halftime here tonight. They are going to count the lightning delay as the halftime break. Again, we're not really sure what that's going to look like, but
22 seconds left here in the second quarter, and a big play. We've been talking about Neshannock's ability to get those big plays, but the big plays have really come from Ellwood City here tonight, and mostly in Elijah Palmer McCain running the ball. But there, Smiley was able to team up with EPM and make a great throw and a great play on the ball and take it in from the 41-yard line, 59-yard touchdown reception, and a big play here right before the end of the second quarter.
2 plays, 59 yards. Your drive summary brought to you by Joseph's Marketplace, Newcastle's favorite family-owned hometown grocery store and coffee shop. Check out the cafe and bakery section. Place it to go. Order online at josephsnc.com. Kreitzer has kicked one line drive. She's also kicked one squib. See how she does this one. It's going to be an end over end. That is going to be fielded by Aiken. He has it fall out of his hands, retrieves it at the 15. Back across the 15 and dragged down by his jersey. As he gets across the 23 to the 24, they're going to call it the 23-yard line, and that's where Neshannock will start. 1st and 10, 15 seconds to go in the first half.
Well, we'll find out here, and we've got about 1 play left here in the quarter, maybe 2, depending on what they do here on first down. But we haven't seen Don Cabellas used in any way in the offense here in the first half.
1 catch. Had that catch inside the 5 to set up their touchdown as Mazzocca will hand it off. Aiken, and there is just nowhere to run against that big interior defense by Ellwood City. P.J. DuBois makes the stop on what is going to be the final play of the first half. So we'll see what they do here. It looks like they're just going to take a quick break, and they'll just resume play here in a couple of moments. Why don't we take a timeout while we have a chance? Tied at 14. We're going to go to the third quarter here after a brief break. Actually, it's 20 to 14, I beg your pardon, Ellwood City. We're going to go to the break here and then come back for the third quarter after this on the Lawrence County Sports Network powered by LCAP.
Looking for a unique way to expand your business? Advertise on the Lawrence County SportsNet and be seen by thousands of viewers in the area and around the country on over 100 broadcasts each year. Visit lcsportsnet.com and click Advertise with LCSN.
Thank you for calling Axe. Where can we take you today?
To work, to the store, to Grandma's house. Axe can get you there, but it's much more than a ride. It's a joyride.
I'm helping people. I'm getting them out of their house. I'm taking them to their doctors, to the grocery store.
They say I'm entertaining. Okay, we laugh, we joke, we sing, we tell stories.
They're like family to us.
Even if it's the same day, to schedule your joyride, call Axe today.
All right, back here at Bledgie Stadium, Eric Thomas, Tim Continenza, 20 to 14, Ellwood City, as we are about set to start the third quarter after that quick timeout. And it will be Neshannock who receives the second half kickoff. They're going to flip ends here. So the Lancers ran 1 play. We go to halftime, if you want to call it that, and they're going to get the ball right back.
Our out-of-town scoreboard brought to you by Newcastle Transit Authority, going your way. Newcastle Highland, no contest. Mohawk Shenango, no contest.
Yeah, I might, sometimes I wonder why these coaches would not opt to just come back and play tomorrow. I mean, there really is no difference.
Especially when teams are close by, I can understand that. Yeah. I mean, if it was a matter of getting buses and coming back, making a distant run, I can understand it to a certain level. But, yeah, I wanted the competition.
And there's also the fact of having the staff to man the game.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's easier said than done. I know there's a lot of things you have to do. You have to find an officials crew that's available, either to resume it or this official crew to come back.
And that is also a problem across the state, although not so much in the WPIL territory. It seems like they were pretty well covered as that kickoff to start the third is going to sail out of bounds, and Neshannock will have it 1st and 10 at the 35.
Great field position to start the next drive here for Neshannock, trailing by 6. Rains continue here in Neshannock.
Intensify once again. And there is rain through the forecast all through the remainder of the night into the overnight, so it's just going to be what it is.
Let's give a shout out to the Crane Room. I heard we got a full house over there watching. So we look forward to maybe stopping by if we have a chance after this game.
Hey, if we get out of here before Monday, yes. So 1st and 10 for Neshannock. They will start it here from their own 35-yard line. They trail it by 6. Mazzocco flips it out of the backfield, in and out of the hands of his intended receiver, Ashton Allison, and they'll bring up 2nd down. And Mazzocco not happy after that incomplete pass.
Yeah, and this is a scenario where we'll have to watch and see how the rest of the game plays out here, Eric. But a wet ball and a slippery ball is going to play a lot into this game, either on fumbles or drop balls. You know, we already seen a couple pitches earlier in the game being missed here by Neshannock.
2nd and 10 for the Lancers. Trailing by 6. Mazzocco going to keep this time. Breaks out to the near side. Tried to cut outside and then went back inside again. Good stop that time by Daylon Curry as Mazzocco gets across the 40 and is stopped right around the 43, 44-yard line.
You know, they've been featuring Akins throughout the game running the ball. Now's an opportunity to use Mazzocco as a secondary runner and let him create. We've seen him do this in the first 2 weeks of the season. He's a great creator when he has the ball in his hands.
They're down to 1 for the Lancers. First play of the second half, Mazzocco quick flip near side. He was looking that way for Montgomery. And that one actually hit the back of Cubelis, who was blocking for Montgomery. Just a miscommunication there, and that's going to bring up 4th and 1.
Yeah, Trent Schilling was there for Ellwood City. Almost had an opportunity to make a big play. He didn't notice the ball right away, but it was right there. And we just got a flag in the backfield, and there's 22 seconds on the play clock, so it wasn't that. We have a false start. Sideline. Oh, it's unsportsmanlike. Someone said something.
So that's going to take away the 4th down opportunity here. And Neshannock's going to have to punt it away with 11:17 to go in the 3rd.
15-yarder, that's a huge penalty. Not only are you kicking the ball away, but you're losing 15 yards all the way back inside the 30.
3rd penalty on the Lancers.
So another great opportunity here for Ellwood City. Have great field position as Twins standing around the 40-yard line.
So once again, Ellwood City going to get the ball with a 6-point lead. As that punt, a wobbly end over end, is going to take a Neshannock bounce, but it hit out of bounds right around the 40-yard line. 39 is where they're going to mark it officially. So Ellwood City's going to have decent starting field position here with 11:13 to go in the 3rd, up by 6. And if you just joined us late, lightning delay, so that's why we did not have halftime. Our other game tonight on our network is officially called as Mohawk had a 14-0 lead with Shenango. They called that game off. Newcastle, a no contest tonight as well. High snap, Smiley hands it off. Pierce, nowhere to go is that Neshannock defense. You got Ashton Allison who was in there. Moronesi also in there on the stop for the Lancers, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, big play defensively here. Got to keep Ellwood City in 2nd and 3rd and long scenarios. If you're the Lancers defense, they know that it's going to be a dogfight throughout this ball game. EPM has had a great game, and I imagine they're going to continue to feature him. But Smiley has already shown his ability to find open receivers.
2nd down and 9. Handoff, Palmer McCain through the middle. Carries a couple of defenders to the 45 for a 5-yard gain. That'll set up 3rd down and 5. So you got Michael DeSanti, last man off the pile for Ellwood, for Neshannock, and that brings up a 3rd and 4 for Ellwood. Palmer McCain, 139 yards on 16 carries tonight. Also has the 2 touchdowns, 59-yard reception. He gets it here on 3rd down, and the Neshannock defense gangs up on him, but we got a flag in from the far side.
Yeah, it looks like this may be on the offense where the flag was thrown.
Initial signal is I believe a face mask is what the official on the far end actually. It's a personal foul face mask
against
on
Neshannock.
Yeah, he came in from the side, called that right away. That's the 4th penalty on Neshannock tonight.
Well, big penalty there for a first down for Ellwood City with just under 10 minutes here to play in the 3rd.
Yeah, don't have to worry about it on 3rd down. And they're into Neshannock territory at the Lancers' 38-yard line. T formation behind Smiley. Now Gagrich moves in motion. Handoff Palmer McCain following his block. Slipped through somehow. I don't know how he got through those tackles and fought his way inside the 35 down to the 32-yard line. It's about as good of a 6-yard run as you can possibly see.
Tristan Reynolds was there on the offensive line making those blocks. He was actually blocking as he went down to all fours to make that play here for Palmer McCain.
They go quick. Palmer McCain, the handoff. Palmer McCain, room to the outside. Stiff arms him in. Stays down the sideline, tiptoes, and he's out of bounds inside the 5. They're going to mark him down out of bounds at the 3-yard line.
Yeah, what a play there by Palmer McCain as he was able to get to the edge outside. And once he got parallel to the goal line, he was just erased there, and he got pushed out right at the 3-yard line. It looked like he was going to get to the end zone, but the defense came up quick there to make a big play.
18 carries, 174 yards, and they take him out on this play as they push the pile. And down at the 1, was that Pierce who had the carry that time? That was Dante Pierce. Down to the 1 for a 2-yard gain. It'll be 2nd and goal. Palmer McCain already has 2 touchdowns tonight, but he's still not out there after that long run. What a night he's having. They bring in A.J. Grinnan, the extra blocker. He's in motion. Handoff. No, Smiley kept it. Smiley pushing. Smiley is in the end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah, Smiley just doing the easiest job in the world. Follow that offensive line, take that snap, do the sneak, and just roll to his left and get in. And it is now a 2-touchdown lead here for the Wolverines.
Once again, a 2-touchdown lead here at Bledgy Stadium. We talked about it in the pregame tonight. You're talking about a Neshannock program 41-9 on their home field the last 10 seasons, and they are now trailing by 2 touchdowns for a second time. They're going to chase the point after they missed and go for 2, and it's that T formation. There's Gagrich in motion. Handoff Palmer McCain to the outside. He'll jog in the end zone and convert the 2, and now it's a 28-14 lead with 8:33 to go in the 3rd quarter. Smiley has not had the greatest night throwing the football, hasn't had to. 2 touchdown runs and a touchdown pass tonight.
He's been effective. That's the most important thing you want to be when you're in this situation for Ellwood City. He's made a couple passes that, he probably would want back, but he's also made a couple nice strikes to EPM for that 1 touchdown, and he's then now able to run in for his 2nd touchdown of the game. And he's leading this Wolverine attack, giving them an opportunity to pull the upset here in the 3rd quarter, leading by 2 touchdowns. We're going to have Akins and Cabela's deep to receive here, Eric. So 2 big playmakers for Neshannock to receive the kick if it goes deep.
Kreitzer again angles this one towards the sideline. Will give up the yardage on the penalty. So Neshannock once again will take over 1st and 10 from the 35 with 8:33 to go in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, and that's decision there by the coaching staff. They're basically telling her there's no reason to kick deep because we don't want it in those 2 players' hands, the ball in their hands. So we'll rather start 1st down defensively at the 35 than giving up a chance for a big play by either Akins or Cabela's.
Rain starts to pick up once again. And it is getting heavier and heavier by the second once again. 1st and 10 from the 35 for the Lancers. Mazzocco. Eakin tripped up in the backfield, and again, good tackling that time. Evan Twiddell and a few others in there on the stop. This defense has been firing all night long for Ellwood City.
It really has. It's risen to the challenge. And think about it. They not only had to get a bus to come over here and face what previously has happened to them, but they've had to deal with this delay, and they're still playing great football.
Mazzocco on 2nd and 11, officially a loss of 1 that time for Eakin. Bobbles the snap, has to hand it off quick. Eakin busts through the line. Declan O'Brien along with Twiddell and Gagrich are in there on the stop. P.J. DuBois also for Ellwood City as we come up on 7:47 to go. It's going to be a 3rd down for Neshannock.
This is a huge 3rd down play in this ball game, Eric, because you figure it's 3rd down and 7, but with this rain and the weather delays that we have, trailing by 2 touchdowns, they need to convert here or give themselves an opportunity to convert on 4th down, meaning 4th down and short, but they need to make positive yards here on this 3rd down opportunity.
Going to get a timeout called by Dan Bradley and Neshannock. It's a Pontius Insurance timeout. Make sure you take time to save money on your insurance. Visit PontiusInsurance.com to request a quote for auto, home, business, or life insurance. First timeout charge to either side here in the second half. And it's a 14-point Ellwood City lead as they continue to play in a downpour here at Bledgy Stadium. Again, as long as this lightning stays out of here, we're fine with the rain.
Right, yeah. No, you can play in the rain. And, we got the turf field, so you don't have to worry about it becoming a mud bowl. So, perfect scenario to play in the rain here in Neshannock. But more importantly, on this 3rd down and 7, you got to draw up an important play here. Coach Bonviego has to come through here because this is you got to get in your playmakers' hands. Obviously, Akins has been the workhorse tonight. You want to keep it in the hands of your quarterback in Mazzocco, and possibly, if you're going to throw the ball, would love to get in the hands of Don Cabela to see if he can make a play.
3rd down and 7 from the 38 from Mazzocco and company, trying to convert, keep the drive alive. They run a delay with Eakin. Eakin up the middle. There is just minimal room for him to move. As again, the big fella, number 50, P.J. DuBois, is in there for the stop for Ellwood City, and it's going to bring up a 4th down once again for Neshannock.
Yeah, tried a little counter, a little delay counter there. Didn't work, and now here comes the punting unit on 4th down and 4.
Eakin's got 11 carries and 63 yards, but his team trails by 14. There is a good look at big number 50 in the middle for Ellwood City. Again, 2 return men back for the Wolverines. They are going to try to go up by 3 scores here. Punt is away and over end, and that almost hit one of the guys back there for Neshannock, Jackson Biondi.
Fortunately, it didn't hit them, and they got the Neshannock roll.
And Ellwood City will take over in its own territory. If you joined us late, they led 14-0. Neshannock came right back, tied it up 14-14. That's where we were when we were stopped at about 10 of 8 tonight. Lengthy delay due to lightning. Came right back out, restarted the second quarter, and then Ellwood City has been in control since, as they'll keep it on the ground on 1st down.
Pierce on the carry that time for Ellwood City.
And Parada the stop for Neshannock as we come up on 6:23 to go. It's a 1-yard gain that time for Pierce.
Again, this is a scenario you want to be in if you're the Lancers. 2nd down and 9. You want to put pressure on Smiley. You want to put pressure on EPM and see if they can, make something happen in the backfield and bring up a 3rd down and long, trailing by 2 touchdowns. You got to make plays defensively.
2nd and 9. Smiley hands it off. Gagrich this time trying to pick his way through, and there is just nothing there for him as he gets back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd down and 9.
Yeah, Braden Montgomery coming on at the edge there, making a big play for the Lancers.
Personnel switching there for Neshannock. 3rd down and 9. Big 3rd down here for this Lancers defense. Trying to get a stop. Still plenty of time left. About 17 and a half of game action to go. But they have got to get stops, and they have got to stop the guy in the backfield with Smiley right now. They fake it to him. Smiley going to throw pressure.
Montgomery.
And he is down in the backfield near the 20-yard line. It's Braden Montgomery, the leading tackler on this Lancers defense, and there is the stop they needed.
Yeah, Montgomery making 2 back-to-back big plays here for the Big Red, and they came through. That's exactly what they needed. Now they're going to have a short field. Let's see if they kick the ball towards these 2 big returners in Akins and Cabela's. Going to be important here to get great field position if you're Neshannock.
See if they can get a big return, get a return. It's a solid snap as Smiley throws one up there in the rain, and running underneath of it and fair catching it on the 49 of Ellwood City is Aiken. And that's where Neshannock will take over. 1st and 10, trailing by 2 touchdowns with 4:40 to go in the third quarter.
I love the call of a fair catch there. Now you're in the rain. You're coming down. You're looking up. Might as well call for the fair catch. Make the catch. Prevent the ball from getting behind you and losing, an extra 15 yards on a roll. This way you get the ball at the 49-yard line. Last time they've had the ball at this part of midfield, they were able to score quickly.
1st and 10 for Mazzacco and company. Gino has missed his last 4 attempts. A couple of them have been short. Plenty of time here in the third, plenty of time in the game. They hand it off. Eakin burst through the middle, got stopped, kept the legs turning, spun around and got a first down inside the Ellwood City 40-yard line down to the 37 as Schilling is there on the stop, but a big first down for the Lancers offense.
That's what they need. They need those big runs from Anthony Akins. He has to continue to turn those legs, not go down on an initial hit.
12-yard pop that time for the leading rusher on this Neshannock team. 1st and 10 from the Ellwood City 37. Allison in motion. Mazzacco, snap, fake, keeps, going to go right side, burst through Gino, and he keeps working. He's close to another first down for Neshannock. Going to be about a yard shy, a 9-yard gain that time. It'll be 2nd and 1.
Now we're seeing that Lancers offense showing what they do best, in a sense, getting that offensive line to make holes and allowing that either Mazzacco or Akins to make big plays. See if they go on top here on first down.
2nd down and 1 for Neshannock as Montgomery goes in motion. Mazzacco, it's a low snap. They keep it on the ground. Eakin, first down Neshannock as he's inside the 25, down to the 22-yard line.
And nice inside handoff. Just get that first down. We do have a player down to one knee here. Okay, no, he's just resting and getting ready for the next play here for Ellwood City.
Quick attack here for Neshannock as they go no huddle. Mazzacco and company in a driving rainstorm. Low snap. Gino's going to take off and run. Spins around. And he is twisted, and they're going to blow the play dead.
We're going to get a late hit.
And they are going to get a late hit. Mazzacco still down. Dubois was the big fella in there for Ellwood City, and that should be personal foul.
Yeah, it'll be put it half the distance. So I should put it at the 10-yard line because that play ended around the 20.
Will be an automatic first down for Ellwood City.
And Neshannock will be in the red zone. Spirit Sales can help raise big money for your organization. Fill out a form at the Red Zone. We'll do the rest. Visit them online at theredzonesports.com and see how your group can score big at the Red Zone.
Mazzacco, snap, Eakin, and he is tripped up in the backfield as Partridge, who we called his name out a lot in the first half. He is having a big game defensively for this Ellwood City defense.
Yeah, this is where this defense here for Ellwood City has to come up big, preserve this big lead here. One thing you don't want to do is to allow Neshannock to be able to cut into it and get some momentum here in the third quarter.
2nd down and 9 for Neshannock. Mazzacco going to keep this time. Gino explodes through the middle. Nice little move at the very end of the run, and he's in the end zone for the touchdown. 9-yard touchdown run by Gino Mazzacco, and Neshannock draws within a score with 2:43 to go in the third quarter.
That's what the doctor ordered for Neshannock, trailing by 2 touchdowns. They'll cut it down to 1 here with 2:43 remaining here in the third quarter. Gino Mazzacco doing what he does best, using that option play, sticking it in the belly of Akins, and then pulling it back and running hard.
All important point after to make it a 7-point game. Kick is away, and it is good. That is Nicholas Bender who attempts this one. And that one is good, and it's back to a 7-point margin, 28-21. Ellwood City in front. Drive summary brought to you by Joseph's Marketplace. Place a to-go order online at josephsnc.com. The punt, the good field position again. That is the third touchdown tonight in which Neshannock has had starting field position in Ellwood City territory.
Yeah, and that's the key. They've taken advantage of opportunities on their short field. They had a drive at 50, 49, and 12 yards for all three of their touchdowns. So it's going to be important here, if you're a Lancer fan and supporter, to see them get something on here on special teams again. They did get a fumble recover early in the first half. That set up the second touchdown. They necessarily need that, but they need to hold Ellwood City from having great field position and be able to establish what they've done good all night long, is using that run game.
See if Ellwood City has an answer. It's an end-over-end returnable. It's going to hit. And then dangerously fielded by Hogue, and he is going to get across the 20, and then he is leveled by 3 Lancers. And that's where Ellwood City is going to start 1st and 10 with 2:36 to go in the third quarter. And for those of you watching us tonight over at the Crane Room, thank you all for gathering over there. If you pop into the Crane Room tonight, your keyword for a free starter is lightning. What else would it be tonight?
What else? Makes total sense. Well, we'll see if Ellwood City has some offensive lightning here. We've seen some big plays from him, from EPM and from Smiley, and a combination of the two of them hit on a 59-yard touchdown pass earlier in the game. Let's see if they can use that lightning one more time.
Palmer McCain, a big night, was again paramount on that last drive. They will give it to him on 1st down. And it's a gain of a couple that time for Palmer McCain up to the 24-yard line. 3-yard gain that time for EPM. Only one carry tonight for Palmer McCain has gone for negative yardage. And that's not shocking, but against this defense, it is. This is a veteran defense for Neshannock. Still young, but a veteran group that's out there. 2nd and 7. Handoff again. EPM dancing his way through the line. And Connor Flannery got some paws on him early there to slow him up, and then he's cleaned up at the end of the play. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Another key 3rd down here for this Ellwood offense with 1:46 to go in the third.
Yeah, let's see if they maybe try to go back to the passing game. They use Gagrick early in the ball game out of that tight end position to pick up a big 1st down play.
Palmer McCain, 20 carries tonight. His work is not done yet. They give it to him on 3rd and 5. Nothing there as the Lancers defense yet again comes up with a big stop here in this second half as Ethan Beeman along with Michael DeSanti converge for the stop, and Ellwood City's going to have to punt it away again with 66 seconds to go in the quarter.
Yeah, huge defensive stand here for Neshannock. Now they'll check and make sure. Let's see, it looks like the offense stayed on the field here.
They did, yeah. They did stay on the field. Smiley is under center on 4th and 4. Up by 7. They'll give it to Palmer McCain. Finding room in net. He stopped at the 30. They needed 4. He got 3 and a turnover on downs. Neshannock will take over with 42 seconds to go in the third. That's another change in possession brought to you by Madur Bonner Law. Online at MadurBonnerLaw.com. Protect your possessions. Get a free quote online at MadurBonnerLaw.com.
Well, there are going to be a lot of big questioning Coach Bradley on that decision to go inside his own 30 on 4th down here. Late moments of the third quarter.
So again, a short field for Neshannock with 42
go up
seconds
top
to go.
here on 1st down. Look for Cabellas. He's in the slot.
Mazzocco going to air it out. He got hit from behind. The ball is loose. And Montgomery pounces on it back near the 44-yard line. Gino is slow to get up. He got rocked on the throw. And that loss is going to take it back. It's a 14-yard loss for Neshannock.
Huge play on first down for this defense for Ellwood City to push them back to the 43-yard line. But more importantly, wow, offensively, that was they were looking for the big play. Did not materialize there for the Lancers.
2nd and 23 officially. Could be the final play of the third quarter. Will be the final play of the third quarter. Mazzocco will keep it. Gino explodes right side. Got stopped momentarily. Kept working inside the 35 to the 34. And that will do it for the third quarter. So Mazzocco's run, he is banged up. It looks like he hurt his hand. It's his left hand that he is holding as he comes towards the sideline. And lucky enough for him, they got the stoppage here in the fourth quarter so they can take a quick look at that. But that is dangerous.
Concerning. Yeah.
He is writhing in pain as he comes over towards the sideline. The 10-yard gain for him. He's had a good night running the ball, 59 yards on 10 carries as we'll swap ends here for the final
he's
quarter.
Holding his wrist. This may not be good. Let's see if Trainer Barb comes out. Yeah, she's out there looking at it now. I wonder if he got a finger stub there, and it needs to be dislocated and need to be pushed back in. Because all of a sudden he's running over, and it seems like that might be the case.
It looks like he is going to stay out there on the field. We got 12 minutes to go. It's a 7-point lead for Ellwood City. They've had two-score leads here in this contest. They led it 14-0, 28-14. And every time Neshannock has needed a stop on third down in the second half, they've gotten it, and they've also ended up getting a short field. And this is going to be a big third down to start this fourth and final quarter, though. Already Ellwood City battle-tested in overtime this season. Went to overtime 2 weeks ago to beat Laurel 14-7. For Neshannock, it's been shootouts, and they seem to have a comfort level in those style of games, and they got one somewhat cooking here as we go to the fourth, and Mazzocco is going to be out there at quarterback. Third down and 13 for the Lancers. They will fake it. Mazzocco going to carry. Gino cuts upfield, track down from behind. He's going to be close to the first down. He needed 13, and he's down to around the 21. So he got 12. They're going to go for it here on fourth down without question.
Yeah, you got to look for Anthony Akins here. Or maybe even put Mazzocco underneath center and just see what he can do.
They're going to line him up in the shotgun. Akins, the deep back. Now he moves up next to Mazzocco, 4th and 1. Gino trying to get the hard count, draw Ellwood City off sides. They did not bite. 12 on the play clock. Mazzocco snap. Eakin hands off up the middle. It's going to be close. And where the side judge comes in, it is, I mean, his heel is on the 20.
Have it. If they put the ball on the chalk of the 20-yard line, he should have it. Looking at the sticks on the far side, looks like the sticks are just the left side of the 20-yard marker.
Both sides signaling that it's their possession.
And that's what you would expect them to be
talking about. And they will. He is short, and it's Ellwood City ball. Another turnover on downs.
I can't believe they didn't get a measurement there.
Brought to you by MadureBonnerLaw.com, your community firm with a personal connection and individualized service. So Ellwood City going to take over on downs with 10:59 to go from the 21.
Huge defensive stand there for Ellwood City. Wow, perfect what they needed to preserve this one touchdown lead. Now let's see if this offense can build on it. And behind this offensive line has done a great job here tonight between Stringer, Twidwell, Reynolds, Lutz, and McLennan.
Smiley going to carry on first down, turns upfield. Smiley to the 25. It's a gain of 5 that time, brings up second down and 5. You know, it's been the Neshannock defense here in the second half that's come up with the big plays. That was the biggest play of the game so far.
Oh, no, without question. Huge defensive stand there by the Wolverines.
Second down, it's going to be 2nd and 6 officially from the 24.
That's the second time they stopped them from scoring inside the basically red zone.
There was steady rain. Smiley in the shotgun. Hands off. Palmer McCain trying to bounce to the outside. Stiff arm. Got a flag that comes in, likely for a hold on the near side. Looks like they're going to get Tristan Reynolds on that near side, number 76 for Ellwood City.
Well, just to talk about that Ellwood City defense here. I know it was a long time ago, but back in the first quarter, in the first possession for the Lancers, they were able to get down inside the red zone and was stopped on fourth down, and they got stopped again on this previous drive. But now this offense will be backed up 10 yards because of the holding penalty, and it'll be inside their own 15-yard line to start this next play.
Fourth penalty on Ellwood City tonight. Fifth penalty, I beg your pardon, on the Wolverines tonight. 10:09 to go. They still have a touchdown lead, 28-21. Smiley and company, he'll throw far side, catch in and out of the hands of Curry. They just have not been able to get these receivers in sync early in this season.
Yeah, really the only two big catches throughout the night for Ellwood City, and that was by Gurick and then, of course, Elijah Palmer McCain coming through in that big 59-yard touchdown strike.
Palmer McCain with 21 totes tonight, 182 yards. And it's third down and 16. So can Neshannock get one more stop here on third down? That is the question. Smiley going to throw. It's a slip screen in and out of the hands and almost intercepted over on that far side. They were trying to set up Curry once again, and it fell incomplete, and Ellwood City will have to punt it away again with 9:54 to go. So again, that Lancer defense comes up with a stop. And again, they should get it in their good field position.
Trissel Reynolds for Ellwood City made a huge defensive play as an offensive lineman there, preventing that ball being intercepted.
Smiley's punt is a good one over the head of Eakin. Takes a Ellwood City bounce, and it'll be downed on the Neshannock side of the 50 at the 48-yard line. That is where the Lancers start, 1st and 10 with 9:45 to go in the contest, down by 7.
Another short field here for the Lancers. They've been the short field experts here tonight. They've done a great job. They've had 3 scoring drives, 50 yards or less. This won't be a little over 50 yards.
Trying to tie this game up at 28, trying to tie it up for the second time tonight. So we are at 9:30 here in Lawrence County. It's going to be a late finish here tonight because of that lengthy delay.
Let's see if they get Cabela's in part of this drive.
Mazzocco, whistle. And looks like we had movement up front against the Lancers. Well, nope, they're going to reset. No, there was an equipment issue, it looks like. So Connor Flannery will have to come out of the game, and he is replaced for the moment by Michael DeSanti. Mohawk Shenango, a no contest tonight. Newcastle and Highlands also a no contest. Those games both wiped out because of the weather that came in the area about an hour or so ago. Eakin, big hole. Eakin, first down into Ellwood City territory to the 41-yard line.
Yeah, Aiken continues just piling up the yards here in the second half. Running hard, picking up 11 there. This is what Neshannock needs to do. They need to feature both Mazzocco and Aiken running. I keep thinking that they're going to find somebody over the top. We'll see if it happens.
15 for 92 for Eakin. Mazzocco pulls it back, going to carry. Mazzocco turns upfield, got hit as he got across the 40 to the 38. Short gain of 3 that time to bring up second down and 7. Again, good pursuit by this Ellwood City defense. They've pretty much been all over the place tonight.
Well, we're going to be just under 9 minutes here to play in tonight's game. So each possession now is going to become very, very important.
Eakin comes up to join Mazzocco. Snap. Handoff. No, Mazzocco keeps. Mazzocco going to scramble. Gino, a lot of room near side. Gino 30. Tried to stiff arm Curry. Slipped past him, and we're going to get a flag down for a face mask on Curry as Mazzocco is tackled inside the 25. This is going to take the ball all the way inside the 15.
Yeah, it looked like he got the face mask when he was making the tackle. We'll see what the actual call is.
See what they actually spot the ball, too, where he was officially ruled down. That's a blow to the head. So that is the penalty. So essentially a targeting call. There is no targeting in high school football.
Thank goodness.
In the state of Pennsylvania. But it's a blow to the head, so that's going to take the ball all the way inside the 15 down to the 11, 12-yard line. So it's first down and 10 from the 12 as Neshannock enters the red zone. Check out the red zone on Wilmington Road in Neshannock for all your county sporting apparel. First and 10 from the 12. Neshannock trying to tie this game up with 8:22 to go. Down by 7. Mazzocco. Again, they try to go delay, and Declan O'Brien flies in there with Schilling to blow that up and bring up second down.
Yeah, we've seen Declan O'Brien in the backfield a lot tonight defensively for Ellwood City. There he does it again. And that's when a most needed here as the Neshannock Lancers were in the red zone once again.
Mazzocco stands in the shotgun, 2nd and 15. After that loss of 5, good play fake. Mazzocco to air it out, throws, passes intercepted near the goal line. It's Curry. Curry's got the sideline, and he's tripped up right near the 25-yard line and pushed out of bounds on the near side by one of the Neshannock linemen, but Mazzocco just never got enough behind that, threw it, and Curry was right there to pick it off.
Give credit to Ellwood City's defense. They've been bending but not breaking here in the second half. Neshannock's had plenty of opportunities to get into the end zone here in the second and third quarter, but only got it in one time. Every time Ellwood City needed a big play, they found it.
Both defenses coming up big here in this second half as Ellwood City comes up with 2 big stops in a row. Neshannock put themselves in good position with a couple of their own. Palmer McCain gets the handoff, and he is going to push the pile north towards the 30-yard line. They'll give him about 3 that time on his 22nd carry. The more important thing here is Ellwood City keeps that clock moving.
I was just going to say, now this is one of those championship, what I call championship drive or game-winning drives opportunities. When you're in the fourth quarter, you're under 9 minutes to play, now close to 7 minutes, you have the ball. You know, if you can keep it 4, 5, 6 minutes, they're not going to have an opportunity to score. And you could possibly run out the game by just running the clock. You have 40 seconds between every down.
Smiley airs it out, almost intercepted. Almost intercepted in the flat on the far side. Montgomery had a chance.
There was
Smiley.
Nobody in front of him, too. Maybe too much green in front of him. But that stops the clock. That's a good thing here on a secondary thing for the Lancers. 3rd down and 7 coming up here, Eric. Again, another huge defensive play for these two teams. This time the Lancers looking to turn away Ellwood City here on 3rd down.
3rd down and 7 from the 29. One more stand for the Lancers. Do they have it? Palmer McCain flag comes in. And Elijah is going to be over the 30 to the 31. The flag thrown right near the 30-yard line. There's a good look at it right there. This is going to be on Ellwood City. Now the question is, I mean, you could take the penalty. Of course, they're going to decline it, and that's what I thought they would do because it's going to bring up 4th down.
Yeah, I mean, it's just the most logical thing is not to push them back and give them a down at an opportunity to make it 1st down. Now, we've seen them go for it on this side of the field earlier in the game. I can't imagine them do it again, but we really haven't seen them punt the ball.
Well,
and the
Dan
offense
Bradley
is still out there.
is
He's going to roll the dice again.
He's going to trust his defense. Now, remember, Smiley is the punter, so he could step back and quick kick. This is 4th down and 5 from the 31. Would be a short field again. A lot of confusion on that Ellwood City sideline. They'll call a timeout. It's a Pontius Insurance timeout. Make sure you take time to save money on your insurance. Visit PontiusInsurance.com to request a quote for auto, home, business, or life insurance. Eric Thomas and Tim Continenza with you. Late night here at Bledgie Stadium as the rain tapers off a little. Got the wind starting to swirl around a little bit. Temperature has definitely dropped. It is expected to be much cooler tomorrow as is. We got this game in, thankfully, after about, what would you say, like 40-minute rain delay, 40-minute lightning delay or so.
Well, it's
almost an hour, actually.
Actually, I was going to say, the lightning started at 7:47, and they didn't resume play until about 8:50, right?
Yeah, 8:45 or so.
Yeah, 8:45 they resumed. So, yeah, just about an hour long weather delay.
So now we reset here. It's 4th down and 5. And the Riverboat Gambler, that is Dan Bradley, keeps the offense out on the field from their own 31, up by 7. Smiley. Snap, going to air it out. Smiley looks deep, looking down the field, and that's going to be incomplete. Had a man down there. It was Hogue. It was well covered. And once again, Neshannock is going to get excellent starting field position, down by 7, 6:17 to go from Bledgie Stadium.
Well, if you're the Lancers, you got to cash in on this opportunity. This is the second time you're going to get the ball inside the 35-yard line to start a drive because of a turnover on downs. And that turnover on downs is brought to you by Moderna Bonner Law. You can find them online at modernabonnerlaw.com.
1st down and 10 for Neshannock. 6:17 to go from the 31 of Ellwood City. They need a touchdown to tie it. They have played from behind for a good chunk of this game, minus that second quarter. Aiken the handoff. Slips to the 30, and he is stopped there after a short gain on 1st down by Davis Drake, another talented lineman for Ellwood City. 6'2", 215-pound junior. It's a gain of 1, 2nd and 9. A lot of games delayed around the WPIL or canceled tonight around the WPIL. Just about all of them affected by this system that blew in from Ohio late this afternoon. 2nd down and 9 from the 30. Mazzocco fakes, looks, pressure, steps up. Gino slips away from 1, from 2. Can't slip away from 3 as Luciano Gagrich steps up to make a huge defensive stop for Ellwood City with 5:21 to go.
Gagrich doing everything he could to stay with that play and gets Mazzocco from behind, trips him up, and then brings him down, brings up a 3rd down and 12. Going to be an interesting call here for the Lancers, see what they can do. We really haven't seen them really shut down Cabellas all night long. Let's see if he gets the opportunity here.
1 catch for Dom Cabellas tonight. Mazzocco going to air it out on 3rd down. Steps up again, has to evade pressure. He can't evade it again as Declan O'Brien gets him at the 40, and it's a loss of 7 on the play. The last 2 plays for this team, 10 yards in the opposite direction, and that's going to bring up 4th and 12 as we come up on 4:35 to go, and Neshannock will punt.
Amazing. Get the ball inside the 35. I think it was the 31 to start this drive, and you go backwards. And now you're punting the ball from the 39-yard line. Playing field position, 4 minutes still left. You have all 3 timeouts defensively used, if necessary, for the Lancers.
How good has this Ellwood City defense been tonight?
Oh, fantastic. What a job.
As Curry's going to let that one hit and go into the end zone for the touchback. So Ellwood City will take over 1st and 10 from its own 20 with 3:57. The clock continues to run for some reason. They've let about 8 seconds go off the clock.
It's still running, yeah.
They got to put.
Yeah, they've lost about 10 seconds.
Should be about 4:01, 4:02 on the clock if they reset it. And they need to reset that. That is.
Oh yeah, you definitely don't want to lose 10 seconds this time in the game.
At least to 4:01. First down and 10 for Ellwood City from the 20. Palmer McCain, and there is nowhere to go. It's that defense again for Neshannock, stepping in there to make plays. Dante Cancello is in there for the stop. Clock winding at 3:42. I don't think they put more time back on.
No,
the
they
clock.
didn't. They did not. I was watching the clock. It may have started a second or two late on that play, but that was about it. And now here's the scenarios. Really got to pick and choose when you're going to use your timeouts defensively if you're
second down and 8
Neshannock.
for Ellwood City. Smiley with Palmer McCain behind him. Snap, handoff, EPM up the middle. And again, they're just trying to run some clock here. They're not exactly looking for the chunk. And they're going to try to keep the sticks moving, obviously, as Montgomery makes the stop for Neshannock. But it's all about keeping that clock moving and forcing Neshannock to use timeouts here.
And they're not using them. They're going to let this clock done. It starts at 40 seconds. So they still got 25 seconds before they have to snap the ball. And when you get down to it, it'll be under 2:30 here on the play clock. Or I should say on the game clock.
Unofficially 25 for 192 for Elijah Palmer McCain tonight. 2:40 to go. Third down and 4, big third down, and we got movement up front by Neshannock, and that's going to be a first down for Ellwood City.
Yep. Huge error on the defensive front here for the Lancers. And now you're going to have to start using your timeouts. You're down to 2:41. It'll be first down and 10. So after every play here, you're going to have to start using your timeouts and hope that you can get the ball back. Trailing by 7. You got to figure Elijah Palmer McCain is going to be featured here.
They will keep it on the ground.
That's Smiley on a keeper.
That is Smiley, who goes right up the middle with 2:15 to go, and now we're going to get a timeout by Neshannock with 2:15 to go. They stop it there. It's a Pontius Insurance timeout. Make sure you take time to save money on your insurance. Online at PontiusInsurance.com for more info.
You know, you got to salute this offensive line here for Ellwood City and Singer, Twidwell, Reynolds, Lutz, and McClennan's. They've done a great job here. They've protected Smiley when he's thrown the ball. They've opened up big holes for the running game for EPM. They've, you know, when they've run the ball with Smiley, they've been able to do it. They've been key here tonight. And when they needed them most, they've come through. They need them right now to try to get one more first down to seal this ball game away here for Ellwood City.
Neshannock will still have 2 timeouts left. And presumably they will come your way here on second and third down if they can get stops. Try one more time to get that ball back and get that tying touchdown that's eluded them this entire second half. They were red hot before that stoppage. I mean, you could not stop them. And they were on a short field. We understand that. But you could not stop this Neshannock offense on that short field in that second quarter. And all of a sudden, since then, it has been really, they've been stuck in neutral outside of one touchdown as they just push again the pile forward with Smiley, forcing Michael Bongiavino to use another timeout. He will step out to talk to his team on the field again with 2:10 to go. So now it's 3rd and 5.
Huge third down because you got to figure they're going to go on 4th down. They've done it throughout this ball game. They haven't even gone into a long snap scenario here.
The thing is, though, too, you don't need necessarily the timeouts on offense.
No, you don't.
I mean, if you're going to get the ball in relatively good position, it's a Pontius Insurance timeout. Online to request a quote for auto, home, business, or life insurance. Shout out to the crowd that has stuck around tonight. Has not been the greatest weather night. Has not been the greatest last 6 hours as far as weather goes here in Lawrence County. Lots of games affected by the weather tonight. The Pirates game down in Pittsburgh was postponed. They'll do a split doubleheader tomorrow afternoon. So now here we go with a big third down. Smiley under center. Hands it off. Palmer McCain picking his way. Montgomery gets to him right away.
Huge play by Montgomery.
Be the stop that they need and call their final timeout. Will Neshannock with 2:07 to play.
Well, here's the good news. If you can prevent the first down, clock will stop on a change of possession. So huge defensive play coming up here for the Lancer. Obviously the game for Ellwood City. If they get the first down, the game is over. You go in championship formation and you take the knees and you just let the clock run. So this is the game here for Ellwood City. If they can convert, they're going to win tonight's ball game, barring a miracle.
Now, why would you, in this situation, as it looks like the offense said, why would you not punt the ball in this situation and force Neshannock to go for a longer field?
I did not see the first game, Eric. It seemed like they don't have a long snapper. And it might be the problem, is you really can't get the ball 7-8 yards deep and let Smiley kick the ball away. So what do you have to do in that scenario? You have to go for it.
He has punted a couple times tonight.
Yeah.
So here we go, 4th down and 4. This is 4th in the ball game if you're a Lancer. As Ellwood City trying to ice this thing, Neshannock is out of timeout. Smiley trying to go for the hard count. He's going to hand it off. Palmer McCain keeps the feet moving, and he's going to be close. And where the ref comes in on the far side, he should have enough for the Ellwood City clinching first down.
Nah, they're going to move it. They're just short. He came in about a half a yard as he was walking in. See where they mark it.
This is huge. Yeah, he got it.
All right, first down. How about that? Yeah, you got to ask for a measurement here, don't you?
Well, where the official came in from the far side, he was right on the line.
Yeah.
And it looked like he was going to mark off a first down. They are going to measure. Tony Parada blocking out our view from up top here, so it's going to be tough for us to see from this angle exactly where that ball is. He might have it by the nose of the football, where they have it marked. Here we go. Going to measure this. Maybe sometime tonight, guys. And he does have it by the nose of the football. I mean, it is literally, that's a great view of it right there by our crew. That is the nose of the football to clinch this thing for Ellwood City.
Huge road victory for Ellwood City. All they got to do is get into victory formation and not allow a miracle play against them happen, as Neshannock cannot stop the ball or the clock.
Smiley will line up tight. They will get into victory formation. So they're going to have to eat 150, and there's 25 seconds to go on the play clock, so plenty of time here. They will not have to do anything but kneel down.
Yeah, you got 40 seconds between each play. There's 13 seconds now on the play clock.
In a game in which Smiley takes a snap and does kneel down, play clock resets. He'll have to do it at least 2 more times. Huge night for Elijah Palmer McCain tonight. 27 carries for 197 yards. He had a touchdown on the ground, 1 through the air. And a game in which Ellwood City, it's early in the season. They missed the game last week, obviously, because Shenango was not in any position to play that game, given everything that they have gone through the last 2 weeks. A lot of expectations about this Ellwood City team. This is a statement win for them tonight to come on the road in a place that is as tough as it is to win for opposing teams. A program-changing victory for Ellwood City. If they are to be taken seriously as a title contender this season, it is because of the performance of their defense and this team here tonight on this field.
Without question. They've earned this victory here tonight. They had to wait out the lightning strikes and weather delays, but they're able to get it, and they will go on home on a very happy school bus as they'll celebrate their 28-21 victory here in Neshannock A big win for the Wolverines as they move to 2-0 on the season.
Neshannock had been 41-9 the last 10 seasons at home. They had won 11 of 12 in this matchup, in the history of this matchup. They have dominated Ellwood City in the last 5 meetings, 46 points a game, 237 yards on the ground. They outscored them in those meetings, 229-49. Tonight, the Ellwood City defense rose to the occasion in the second half, and they rode the legs of their all-world running back, Elijah Palmer-McCain, who had a monster night, and they get a monster victory for their program tonight, 28-21 over Neshannock. Let's take a timeout. We'll add up some numbers for you, come back with some final stats, and wrap this thing up. It's been a long night here at Pledgey Stadium, and it's been a great night if you're an Ellwood City Wolverine as they win it tonight by 7. Come back with a postgame show after this on the Lawrence County Sports Network powered by LCAP.
2 suggestions. Obviously, McCain.
Just like going to the doctor, our homes need a checkup too. If your home is not properly weatherized, you could be at risk for symptoms that cause unhealthy ailments and higher utility bills. The Weatherization Assistance Program is the key to reducing utility costs and increasing comfort in your home. Services include an in-home energy audit to inspect your furnace and hot water tank, check for air sealing around windows and doors, and ensure adequate insulation and ventilation. Learn more at lcap.org or call the Department of Healthy Homes to get your checkup today.
For 20 years, Melee Chiropractic has treated athletes of all ages to help them get safely back to the top of their game. Melee Chiropractic has 3 full-time doctors in their office, and all 3 are former area athletes who have had to battle injuries throughout their careers. They want to help you get safely back on your feet. But more importantly, help stop the injuries before they happen. Prehab before you rehab. Attention all high school student athletes. During your sports season, a $30 visit to the Melee Chiropractic office includes an adjustment and/or all therapy is necessary. From the athletes of tomorrow to the weekend warriors and everything in between. Let Melee Chiropractic keep you in the game. Looking for a unique way to expand your business? Advertise on the Lawrence County SportsNet and be seen by thousands of viewers in the area and around the country on over 100 broadcasts each year. Visit lcsportsnet.com and click Advertise with LCSN.
When the high school season heats up, make sure you have the best gear to support your school. Head to the Red Zone on Wilmington Road in Neshannock for all your county sporting apparel needs. From sporting goods to custom apparel to embroidery and more, the Red Zone has it all. Quality gear for all 8 schools in the County of Champions. Stop by and enter the Red Zone or visit them online at theredzonesports.com. Score big at the Red Zone.
Contractors, the Department of Healthy Homes needs you. From small to large residential projects, you can help families live safer and healthier with the quality work you do. It's rewarding in more ways than one. Call LCAP's Department of Healthy Homes today.
Hey, Mom, do you need a ride to the store today?
Oh, no thanks, hon. I got it covered. Mike's taking me.
Okay, well, you have a doctor's appointment tomorrow, right? I can take you to that.
No, I got it covered too. Mike's taking me.
Mike?
Yes, Mike's my axe driver. Picks me up right at my door and even helps carry my groceries. It's so convenient to schedule and ride with Axe. Wish I would have called him sooner.
Okay, Mom. Sounds like you got it covered.
I have an apple pie ready to eat. How about you help me with that?
When it comes to shopping for insurance, there are thousands of options out there. MVP Insurance proactively shops and compares your policies to find the best coverage and rate. Josh Madure and David Verratti want to provide you with the level of personalized service that you know that you are the MVP of their agency. They simplify insurance so you can live stress-free. Visit one of the locations in Xenia-Leopold or in New Springfield, Ohio. Call MVP for the win, proud sponsor of the MVP of the game on the Lawrence County SportsNet.
Works in Progress Painting wishes a successful and satisfying season to all the Lawrence County sports teams and athletes. Work hard and bring honor to your team, school, and family in how you play. Joe Wright and his family have been providing painting, window cleaning, and other property services for business and homeowners in the Lawrence County area for over 10 years. Their goal on every project is to provide a meaningful service that honors their customer, God, and their family, and to have fun while doing it. Works in Progress is now booking interior painting projects for both residential and commercial projects. Call Joe today at 724-714-4294 to discuss your next project. Postgame show here from Bledgy Stadium as Ellwood City wins it tonight 28-21 over Neshannock. Neshannock's first loss of the season. They fall to 2-1, and Ellwood City improves to 2-0. Remember, again, they did not play last week. Let's take a look at our scoring recap in the postgame here. Scoring recap tonight brought to you by Gem Master Builders and Craftsmen. That's your Gem Builders Master Craftsmen scoring recap here. In the first quarter, it was an 11-yard run by Chris Smiley to give Ellwood City the 7-0 lead with 7:36 to go in the first quarter. In the second quarter, Elijah Palmer McCain's first touchdown of the night from 6 yards out made it 14-0 Wolverines. It took till the second quarter. It took a penalty on the kickoff out of bounds, and it took a personal foul to give Neshannock half of the field to work with, and then Anthony Eakins' 35-yard touchdown run made it 14-7 Ellwood City. About 3 minutes later, Gino Mazzacco, as Neshannock capitalized on a short field once again from 1 yard out to tie the game at 14. Then we had about an hour delay with the weather with 2:23 to go in the second quarter. Teams are off the field. We come back out in the second quarter, and the tie broken by Chris Smiley's 59-yard touchdown pass to Elijah Palmer McCain. The point after was missed. It was 20-14. Smiley then a 1-yard touchdown run to make it 28-14. And then late in the third, Gino Mazzacco's 9-yard run and the point after good, 28-21, no scoring in the fourth quarter. Defensive stand in the fourth quarter. Great defensive effort by Neshannock to get the ball back time after time. Great defensive stands by Ellwood City to prevent Neshannock from tying the game in the third and fourth quarter. It just turned out to be a pretty good ball game, and an Ellwood City team that, again, they needed to have a statement win in their program. All the stuff written about them in the preseason, if they're ready to take this next step, capitalize on last season, make a run, possibly win a conference, possibly go to a Wpial final if everything lines up for them, needed to win that game here tonight, and they sure showed that they might be ready to be a contender and taken seriously in this Wpial run here.
I got a chance to talk to Coach Bradley before the game, and he was confident coming into the game, and he says, we're going to see exactly how my team reacts, from the time off they had because they had the bye last week and the unfortunate bye, but in bottom line, they didn't have a chance to play. And then tonight, the weather did not bother them. They found a way. They made the plays when necessary. It was a total team effort here tonight. I mean, you've got to be really excited about it. A signature win, as you just called it, for Ellwood City. This is what they needed going forward. So congratulations to them, and we'll see as this season progresses. We look back at this win here in Neshannock for Ellwood City.
That's your Gem Master Builders and Craftsmen scoring recap. Family owned and operated general contractor for 4 generations. Extensive construction experience, design capabilities, and creative process allows them to help any project meet any challenge. Building the community for 70 years. Visit gembuilders.com for more info. Look at the final statistics here tonight for both sides, and as you expect, a big night for Elijah Palmer McCain for Ellwood City. We'll look at them first. He finishes tonight with 27 carries for 197 yards and the rushing touchdown, also the receiving touchdown. Not really much else in the way of rushing attack for Ellwood, though they finished with 227, but 197 of that comes from Palmer McCain. Smiley did not have a great night throwing the football tonight, if we're being 100% honest. 5 of 12, 71 yards. He threw the touchdown, but he was huge in this game tonight as far as scoring touchdowns or contributing to him. He finished with 9 carries for 17 yards, and then a couple of catches here and there. Dom Hogue had a catch. Luciano Gagrich had 2 for 7 yards. Palmer McCain, the 1 for 59. Smiley only completed 5 passes on the night, so no really big number there as far as the leading receiver goes for Ellwood City. For Neshannock on their side, Gino Mazzocco, 4 of 10, 65 yards. He was picked off once. He also ran the ball 16 times for 71 yards. Anthony Eakins, 16 carries for 93 yards. Brady Frasso had a carry for -10. The team lost 14 yards, and we're going to get to that play here in a second. They finished with 34 carries for 140 yards. Again, nothing really notable as far as receiving yardage, but Dom Cubelis, who has been on a tear the first 2 games, held to 1 catch tonight for 18 yards. It did set up the touchdown that they had in the second quarter, but just nothing in the way of effectiveness for him. They could not find him at all tonight.
They shut him down, and they kicked away from him on special teams. They would not allow him to have the ball. And you got to give credit to the strategy implemented by Ellwood City to take one of the big playmakers away. They have a few of them here on Neshannock, but they took Don Cabellas out of the game after that 1 catch inside the 5.
Couple of notables in the out-of-town scoreboard. Final out-of-town scoreboard update brought to you by Newcastle Transit Authority. Daily routes to Pittsburgh as well as routes all around Lawrence County. Visit newcastletransit.org for more info about route schedules. And remember, senior citizens ride for free. The other game tonight on our network, Mohawk and Shenango, was called due to the lightning delay. That happened at around 8:45 tonight. They are not going to make that game up. It goes in the books as a no contest. Also a no contest tonight for Newcastle as they were tangling with Highlands. So those teams will both try to get back out there next week. I mean, it's just been tough these 2 weeks now with all these games and, the way the selection is going to be now for the playoffs. And, you're short on games. You don't have a chance to make an impact. And, from a Mohawk standpoint, okay, 14-0, it sounds like they were in control of that game. I think people maybe expected them to win that game tonight. If you're Newcastle, the way you've played for 2 weeks, you want to keep that going, and you just hope that a stoppage like that doesn't slow their momentum because they've been red hot these first 2 weeks, and you don't want to see that thwarted for any reason whatsoever.
They've already equaled their total wins for the last 2 years in 2 weeks of this season, and that is a unfortunate scenario where the weather has wreaked havoc in the Wpial this past 2 weeks, and unfortunately it came and haunt Lawrence County here tonight. However, we got our game in, and an amazing win here for Ellwood City, and we'll see what next week has. Hopefully the weather will improve the rest of the way, and we don't have to worry about any more lightning delays.
Speaking of next week, here's what we have on tap for you next Friday night, as the Lawrence County Sports Network is going to bring you 2 more games, and they are big ones early in the season. Conference play opens next Friday night. Neshannock is going to host Rochester in a Big 7 matchup. That is going to be right here at Bob Legge Stadium. James Dotson and I will have the call of that one for you. Meanwhile, Union is going to go to Riverside in the MAC. So there are 2 huge early games. And, look, we're going to be 4 weeks into this thing next week. And aside from seeing these 2 teams here tonight, you're still not going to know a lot about Union. You're still not going to know a lot about Newcastle. You probably still aren't going to know a whole lot about Mohawk because they didn't get a 3rd game in tonight. You're still not going to know a lot about Laurel. We still don't know these teams are almost a quarter of a way through the season, almost halfway through the regular season already, and there's still all these question marks about these teams because they haven't been able to get all these games in so far.
Yeah, I mean, it's unfortunate. The weather has played havoc with opportunities and, unfortunately, some other scenarios that affected a local team, and it's just one of those things. I mean, every year's a new story, Eric. As you know, you've been around long enough. You never know what the story is going to be.
That's right.
And this year it has been delays and no contest. It's an unfortunate scenario here in the first, 3 weeks of the season. But hopefully we won't have to deal with this the rest of the way out, and we can get our games in, and we can find out about what teams are how they're playing. But, a big loss for Newcastle tonight not playing. Obviously, I'm sure – Mohawk and Shenango would have loved to get that game in no matter what the scenario was there. And, it's 2 weeks in a row we've seen the weather play havoc on a Friday night. Let's hope the weatherman can make changes going forward because we can't we don't need all these weather delays for another 7 weeks.
Last piece of business to tend to here tonight are awards. And first up is our Maley Chiropractic Play of the Game. And we both agreed on this one. He had the interception to win the game 2 weeks ago against Laurel, and he had a monster defensive play in the backfield tonight. Luciano Gagrich is our Maley Chiropractic Play of the Game award for his play in the fourth quarter in the Neshannock backfield as they're trying to go in to tie the game, and he just tore through there and made a great play and really, really thwarted a drive tonight. So Maley Chiropractic is proud to present the Play of the Game award to Luciano Gagrich of Ellwood City. Maley Chiropractic and the Lawrence County SportsNet are proud to honor Luciano for tonight's Play of the Game. He'll get a customized T-shirt courtesy of the Red Zone in recognition of tonight's Play of the Game. Video of tonight's Play of the Game may also be featured on the Trib Live High School Sports Network standout platform on Twitter and Instagram. To view tonight's Maley Chiropractic Play of the Game and the full list of this season's top plays, go online to lcsportsnet.com, click on Play of the Game. Congratulations to Luciano Gagrich, linebacker for Ellwood City, for tonight's Maley Chiropractic Play of the Game. Let Maley Chiropractic keep you in the game. Our MVP Insurance MVP of the Game award tonight is going to go to Chris Smiley, the quarterback of Ellwood City. Again, 5 of 12, so percentage-wise not the greatest night throwing the football. Didn't have to be. Had the 59-yard touchdown pass to Palmer McCain. Had the touchdown run. Picked up a big couple of
big
runs.
First downs,
big first downs in this contest, late in this contest, and factored in 3 touchdowns tonight for Ellwood City because he had 2 touchdown runs.
Yeah, I mean, he was what you want out of your quarterback. Maybe not the best statistical night in the air, but he was able to lead his team and affect the outcome as he was involved in 3 out of the 4 touchdowns.
So MVP Insurance is proud to present the MVP of the Game award to Chris Smiley of Ellwood City. MVP Insurance and the Lawrence County SportsNet are proud to honor Chris as tonight's MVP of the game. He'll receive a customized T-shirt courtesy of the Red Zone in recognition of being named tonight's MVP of the game. To view the full list of this year's game MVPs, go online to lcsportsnet.com and click on MVP of the game. Congratulations to starting quarterback Chris Smiley of Ellwood City for being named tonight's MVP of the game. MVP Insurance, call MVP for the win. Big win tonight for Ellwood City, 28-21 over Neshannock, a statement win for the Wolverines. Congratulations to Dan Bradley and his squad for coming on the road and withstanding that delay and getting the job done. And from here on out, their schedule the rest of the way is a pretty manageable one. I mean, the teams on it combined this year are 8-6 going into play tonight, 48-44 last year. But they do have to face last year's Wpial champ Beaver Falls. 5 of the 8 teams on their schedule remaining had winning records. They won at least 7 games, and EC went 3-5 against those teams last year. So there's still some work to be done, but the momentum tonight that they picked up is huge.
As you called it, it is a statement game, an opportunity, something to build on. And for a team that didn't play for 2 weeks, they made everything work here tonight to come away with a victory.
All right, we'll talk to you next Friday night again. It is Neshannock and Rochester right back here at Bledgy Stadium, 6:30 pregame show, 7 o'clock kickoff. Let's hope the weather's better. And then Union and Riverside next Friday night. We will talk to you then. We hope you enjoy your weekend. Stay dry. Have a great weekend. Take care, and bye-bye.
Your voice for Lawrence County sports.
The gold ball headed home to Newcastle.
This is the Lawrence County SportsNet.